Is that rain?
Yep.
Hey, Willow. What is going on, you guys? Let me turn this off.
Are you on time?
No, I'm 15 minutes late.
Ain't bad.
I'm at home in Louisiana, and it is coming a storm. Hey, Lauren D. So it has been a lot going on with Mackenzie McKee and Josh, and I wanted to do a live stream tonight to kind of talk about it. It seems like Mackenzie is backpedaling now on the situation, and I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to get y'all's opinion on what y'all think is going on as well. So I'm going to kind of give a rundown. Hey, Taurus Talks. I'm going to give a rundown of what transpired over the past few days, and then we'll just kind of weigh in on it, and we'll give our own opinion about what's happening. So let's see. A few days ago, she went to IG Live, and she made a post, and I'm going to read the post really quick. It says, I know many have it worse than me. This isn't a pity party. Life has really thrown me some huge curveballs. I don't know how I've made it here. Obviously, the world knows Josh had an affair last year and then months later re-proposed, promising he changed and he got saved. It really made my mom happy, and I chose to forgive and trust God. She was so happy for him, and her last words to him were, I'm so proud of you. Pray for me. I was so happy we made it to God before her death. Then in December, I was already in deep pain, having to watch her take her last breath, and Josh was there for me until 2 weeks later, things changed. All of a sudden, I was a freak for crying and being depressed. I would lay in bed and wonder why I was so crazy, because that's the way he made me feel. And then life suddenly turned into working all day, coming home to shower and fishing at night. Again, I wondered, what is wrong with me? I need him here to hold me together. But I just gave him grace and knew he didn't know how to handle it. So yesterday, I made the random decision to pull Josh's call and text logs out of girl, to find out that 1 week after my mom died, when he started leaving and changing his behavior, to find out he was texting a woman 300 to 600 times per month, calling her on these nights that he was fishing until 3 a.m. Obviously, another affair. Remember this word, affair. Affair. Okay? So I go to call the number, and it's my close cousin, Ashley. What all went on? I don't know. My family will never be the same, and we are all torn. I was not only hurt by him, but by her. I've cried until my eyes are swollen shut. I'm in utter shock. I'm now opening my eyes to what a horrible man Josh has been. He has been a lie. And how can you watch your wife lose her mom and then make these decisions? I'm sad for my kids. I love Jesus, and I love my family. People have tried to tell me for a year that Josh doesn't love me, and I just made excuses for him. But today is the day I walk away. Pray for me, that I can function, feel worthy again, and find hope. Pray for my kids. I always wanted a family to work so they don't have to live in 2 different houses. I was 100% committed to Josh. So much I just don't understand. Okay, so she posted that a few days ago. She changed her name on her Instagram to her maiden name. She updated her info to single mom of 3. She done an interview the next day, basically giving the details a little bit more in depth about what was going on. A week after it happened, he started disappearing, and then 2 days after that, she comes back and she's like, whoa, you guys, I never said he cheated. But she did say he had an affair, which is cheating. Hey, Miss Leah. Hey, Kiki. Hey, Wooden. So, she did. If I missed you saying, hey, I'm not seeing the names. It's going pretty fast. I mean, an affair means cheated, and also she sold the story to a swipe-up company. She sold the story to a swipe-up company, and the title was, Josh cheated on me again with my cousin. I'm going to give you guys a few more updates that has come recently. I'm just going to read. This is from, I think this is Sarcasm. So, yesterday, I think it was, she said on her Instagram, I never use the word cheating or banging. For the sake of my family, stop using that word. I'm moving on, so let's all stop stalking my relatives and move along. Hey, Barry. Hey, Stina. So, this article says Mackenzie appears to be walking back her comments about her estranged husband's relationship with her cousin. In her initial Facebook post announcing the couple split, Mackenzie revealed that she made the random decision to pull Josh's calls and text logs. This kind of goes over what I already read. She described the situation as obviously another affair. Within 24 hours, Mackenzie's Instagram account shared a sponsored link post in her stories about the breakup with the headline, "Josh cheated on me with my cousin." Fast forward 24 hours, and Mackenzie shared another sponsored link to Champion Daily, in which she provided exclusive quotes about her breakup. In that article, Mackenzie described Josh's relationship with her cousin as an emotional affair. Here are a few excerpts from the Champion Daily post, which we previously recapped. And these are quotes from Mackenzie. She cuts hair for a living and has cut Josh's hair along with my family's for years. So how did she figure out Josh was cheating with her cousin? Mackenzie explained. Long story short, I pulled the phone records, found they had been texting and calling more than necessary, and it was my cousin. My heart sank more than ever, and that's when I chose that we were done for good and posted the status. Mackenzie next shared about how her family took the news, stating, "My family, being very close, did not know how to take it. Josh and Ashley both say that a lot of them were chatting about haircuts." How much can you talk about a damn haircut? I want a fade. 2 on the side. Fade it up into the top. Trim the bangs. That's a wrap. I take my kids to get haircuts all the time. 2 seconds to explain a haircut. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Unless he's planning on going to school to become a barber, like, they were not chatting about haircuts. Okay. That aggravates me because I'm like, that's literally an excuse for him. Like, they come up with everything. Oh, haircuts. They even are saying that there was like this whole pill situation going on where she was getting medication from him. She was getting pills from him. And I'm going to go on and I'm going to read that to you guys because that's another thing. Like, okay, if you're going to come up with an excuse, it doesn't need to be anything that could land y'all in jail because Mackenzie, I don't know if Mackenzie knows this. Do you guys think she knows this? That by openly stating, I'm going to read you guys and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so they were talking about haircuts, and she was going through Josh to get some anxiety meds from Josh's brother, and that Josh would come to, okay, there. She was going through Josh to get anxiety meds from his brother. Okay, when I hear anxiety meds, like I think like Xanax, stuff that you need a prescription for. There's no like anxiety medication you can get over the counter, is it? Can you get anxiety medicine over the counter? I don't know. But that's basically saying they were, right, so a crime is better. Like, so he's her drug dealer? Like, so now you are implicating your husband as a freak. You're basically saying he was involved in like drug peddling. You know what I'm saying? Like, to cover up the fact that maybe, just maybe, it was an actual affair. And I want to be clear, I feel really bad for Mackenzie. She has had it terrible. Like the past year or so. Yeah, not only is it frowned upon, but it's illegal. You know, like sharing that, if it got into the hands of the wrong person, like the police may start watching them. She has children. Like if something like that was to happen, like just sharing that, she should have kept that to herself. But I think now she so badly wants to make excuses for him that she was willing to put that out there. Like, no, they had a good reason. They were talking about haircuts. She was getting medication through Josh from his brother. Josh was talking to her. This is another excuse, okay? Josh would go to Ashley to talk to her about our problems and ask Ashley for advice. So the 3 excuses now is that, well, they were talking about haircuts. He was giving her anxiety medication that he was getting from his brother, and he was talking to her about our relationship. None of those are valid reasons, in my opinion. And still, 300 to 600 times a month, like, hire a therapist. tell her no, go to the doctor and get your own medication because I can't be your supplier. And haircuts, I don't know. Like Josh don't even wear his hair any kind of differently. You know what I'm saying? Like his hair is always the same. According to them, it isn't what it looks like. But looking back, it's wrong. So okay, she believes it, but looking back, it's wrong. So it's not what it looks like, but yeah. So according to them, it isn't what it looks like, but looking back, it's wrong. So that statement there tells me that she believes it. I was like, well, yeah, I know what they were doing was wrong anyways, but she believes it. He says Josh says that this Ashley character was always telling Josh that he needed to man up and be there for Mackenzie. Then why didn't Ashley go to Mackenzie and be like, look, you and your husband need to have a serious talk. Y'all need to get into some therapy because he keeps contacting me, trying to talk to me about y'all's problems, and I'm uncomfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Sean contacted my cousin and my cousin didn't tell me, there would be an issue. So, another thing is, Mackenzie went on to explain that her reaction to their explanation, noting, to me, if a man came to me, it is not my place to speak to him. It's inappropriate, and in my eyes, that is an emotional affair. What really went on? I don't know, but I'm tired of laying in bed and wondering. She shouldn't even have to worry or wonder. I feel betrayed by my own family, and things will never be the same. Josh's job was to hold me together, and selfishly, he was thinking about himself. He could have handled my behavior in a whole new way. Go to a preacher, a therapist, not my cousin, right? A preacher. He just got saved. I think when you're a Christian, and especially like, and you're new in your faith, and you just like dedicated yourself to God, the first thing you need to do is go to a preacher. Like, not a female cousin that's single. That's a nice looking. She looks pretty. She's a pretty lady. So, Mackenzie announcing publicly that her husband had obviously had another affair with her cousin, and revealing her cousin's name and profession looks to be causing a bit of a friction in her family. Mackenzie later stated that Josh and Ashley's affair may have only involved texting and talking on the phone, didn't seem to fix things, and she took to her Instagram stories on Friday to put the genie back into the bottle. I never used the words cheating or banging. For the sake of my family, please stop using that word. But she did allow... I'm reading sarcasm right now. She did, in fact, allow a swipe up to be posted on her page. And here's the thing. Okay, Mackenzie, the second that story went up on her Instagram post, you can bet like her family or somebody probably called her and was like, do you know this swipe up is on there? Because I don't think you see every single swipe up that's gonna be on your page. Here's the thing, she sold the story to a swipe up company, so she knew something about it was gonna be on her page. Maybe she didn't know exactly the way they were gonna title it, but I would have needed approval for it. Like, look, I'll give you this story and you can put it as a swipe up, but I need to see the title beforehand. Like, I want to read it beforehand. Because now she's saying, oh, I never use those words. Affair, selling story. A swipe up is like on Instagram where it like, when you click on like a celebrity's Instagram, all these stories pop up. And her story was, Josh cheated on me with my cousin. Swipe up for more information. Well, there's companies that do those. Like when you get on Instagram, when you reach 10,000 followers on Instagram, you actually can start working with swipe up companies. So you can get paid to have swipe ups stories in your Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram. I would like to do that one day. I'll sell stories all day about myself. I'm not interesting, but whatever. So that's what it was. She sold the story to a swipe up company that used the word cheated. Well, a lot of swipe up stories are clickbait. That's the thing. And that's why I was actually reading some of the comments today, and somebody said when I first saw it, I thought it was going to be like an old story, because a lot of swipe ups are really old stories. Like you'll go to like Janelle's page and it'll be like, Teen Mom Star hides pregnancy up until after delivery, and you click on it and it's the girl from Teen Mom Young and Pregnant that had her baby a year ago. It'll be really old stories. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them are old, and a few people was like, yeah, I thought it was an old story. I didn't know that it was like this story because it was so fresh. So Mackenzie went on to say that she hopes that everyone can get past the whole Josh having an affair with her cousin thing. She says she's moving on. She wants people to stop stalking her relatives and move along. I do agree that people should not be stalking her relatives. I did not reach out to her relative, Ashley, or anything. Now, I did go to her Instagram page just to see, you know, like, who she was. Like, is she pretty? Is she prettier than Mackenzie? Like, what's going on with it? You know what I'm saying?
Move it cosmic booty over.
Yeah, he's never going to grow up. I'm actually going to check my Instagram to see if I did send her a message like the day that she posted that what happened. I sent her a message because, to be honest, like, I feel so bad for this girl. I feel like Mackenzie McKee is me when I was like 20 years old with Paris and Caden's dad. We never married or anything, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, for some reason, I had this idea that we had to be a family. Like, I allowed him to do things and treat me a particular way because I so badly wanted to keep my family together. I couldn't bear the thought of like my kids not having their mom and dad together as a family unit, you know? So I allowed him to treat me certain ways. And like when he would do it, I would like call my mom and tell like, oh my God, he cheated on me again. Let's go find her and beat her up. You know what I'm saying? But then like 2 days later, I'd be like, Mom, I'm going back. And she'd be like, well, what? He just cheated on you. I'm like, no, this is the real story. And I would like cover it up for him. And, you know what I'm saying? Or I would downplay it, you know, just so I could like, I really held on to this idea that like I needed to be a family with this guy who even today ain't ready to settle down and have a family. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's why I kind of like sympathize with her a lot. But man, she could have it so much better. Like she needs to like drop him and get her a shine. You know what I'm saying? He's out there somewhere.
Probably not.
Hey,
me.
Bubba.
Probably,
What? No, not this one, but
yeah, probably not as good as me. But there's somebody out there.
there's somebody
Might
out
be
there
kinda
that.
close. They might be close.
And I feel like obviously.
I can't read the comments on anything.
No, I'm just gonna go back to it. She ain't even seen my comment, my message, which it's not gonna show up in her general inbox. It's gonna show up like in the one you have to like go to click on.
From my perspective, though, like if he's talking to, if they've talked that much, I highly doubt that's all it's been. Like, if I was to start talking to a girl and talk to her that much about problems with me and my wife, I mean, it would definitely probably.
Especially if it was my cousin.
I would never put myself in that situation, though. But,
you have a Dipium?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody asked. Yeah, that's the thing too, is Josh does not talk to his wife. So how is he having like 300 to 600 phone calls with this other lady? Like, what is he doing? Just sitting on the phone and letting her talk?
Yeah, that's a ridiculous amount, honestly.
Yeah.
300 phone calls or 300 messages?
She said they were like calling and texting 300 to 600 times per month. So she didn't really specify. And then she went back and said maybe she exaggerated with the number. Post the phone bill. Anyways.
I say she needs to take him to a lie detector test. That's what I would do. If I was you, I'd be like, all right, get in the car.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Lie detector test. Lie detector, that's what we would be doing.
I get her hooked up right away.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to this because on her Twitter, like people were asking questions and she did respond to some people. Some people put, so Mackenzie wrote, I never used the word banging or cheating. Please stop stalking and digging for my relatives and invading privacy. Josh was texting and calling her for advice on how to handle me. And to me, that was wrong on both ends and enough to walk away. Now let's all move along. Tweet. Somebody tweeted. Obviously another affair. Like reminding her, you said obviously another affair. She put, They refuse to call it that, but I do think an emotional affair is a thing. I do not go to men for marital advice unless a counselor. Then somebody tweeted. That doesn't sound valid. If I had a husband calling my relative for advice on me, it wouldn't be a big deal. Had to be more to it. Mackenzie, it's actually a really big deal. It was done behind my back, and she is not a counselor. Tweet. So sorry it happened to you. I'm guessing he was telling her way more than he should. Y'all are better in the long run. You're a catch. Mackenzie said, yeah. Tweet. Wait, what? So he actually didn't physically cheat? Confusing. Mackenzie, not physically, but it was wrong. She's behind. And like, I really hate it for her. Like, there's nothing in me that tells me that he was not cheating on her. Like, full blown probably cheating on her. Like, probably like sexually cheating on her, probably. Like, he's probably, if he will hook up with a random girl at the bar that he met at what's those famous bars in Texas? Billy Bob.
Where was it?
It was in Texas.
What part of Texas?
I don't know, but it's those really famous
bars. Well, they got
bars.
Cowboys in San Antonio, then they got Billy Bob's.
Billy Bob's.
And Fort Worth. It's probably Billy Bob's because he rides
Rodeos.
bulls, and they got the stockade right there, right next to it. They ride bulls and Billy Bob's, and right next to it in the arena.
Which one did we go to?
Well, we went to the arena.
So
Stockyard.
if he would go off rodeoing and one night in a bar, hook up with a girl, full blown cheat, don't tell me he's just chitter chatting with this girl and something ain't happened. Like, I don't believe it for a second. Someone put, wait, hold up. He never actually cheated, like had sex, made out, etc. He actually went to her for advice to help. Something is missing here. She wrote, yes, tabloids use the word cheat and bang, not me. But them texting was being hidden from me and the situation was not okay. Somebody wrote, you guys will get back together. It's always been like this. Mackenzie wrote, nah, I'm good. And somebody else wrote 600 times for advice.
Yeah.
And she said, I was a bit dramatic on the number, but it was a lot of text. And a time where he should have been focusing on getting me help. Exactly.
Her answering, her even responding to this is making her look dumb.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, I feel bad for her, but
because he's making her look dumb. Like,
that's what would piss me off more than anything. If we, like, it would be one thing if like she had an affair. I mean, that would hurt. I'm sure we could probably get over it eventually, and move past it if everything went down a certain way. If she came to me and told me about it, not if I busted her in the act, but still, I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't remember where I was going with that.
Yeah, it would be a big deal.
Yeah, if it was out on TV.
I've actually been cheated on.
And
the guy cheated on me with my cousin.
If it was on TV for everybody, for the entire world to see, and she embarrassed me like that, and our family like that, and our kids like that, I would be so mad. I mean, there's no way. I wouldn't be bashing her, but I mean, there's no way I would defend her.
Yeah, I was dating a guy, and I told him one time, like, hey, I have this feeling like that something's up and you possibly cheated on me. If you have, let me know now. I'll forgive you and we'll move forward. I just really, and I think I told you about this. And he was like, you're not going to get mad or anything? I was like, no, I'm not going to get mad. I'm thinking maybe he kissed somebody. You know what I'm saying? He tells me he cheated on me with 4 people, one of them being my cousin. 4 people. And he didn't kiss them. It wasn't no kiss. He full blown. All 4 people, including my cousin. And I was like, that's it. We're done. Click. And he calls back. He's like, I thought you wasn't going to break up with me. I was like, that's when I thought you maybe kissed a person, not like slept with 4 people behind my back. Yeah. So, yeah. And I feel like this guy is probably the same way Josh is. Josh reminds me of
Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
The fact that he literally...
Adam rode bulls too.
Yeah. Did he?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, that's weird.
Yeah, that's something else. I would be like, where's the text? Let's see the text. If they're like, well, we don't have them, I'd be like, let's recover them. Let's do something to recover them.
I'd just I'd load him up and take him to. I mean, if
Lie
I was
detector.
her, I would take her, and I would be like, I'd have it on YouTube probably. If everything done came out like this, I'd be like, all right, we're gonna
Let's
post
go.
it on
Let's
YouTube.
go. If I was Josh, I'd be like, okay, it was nothing. If it really was nothing, Josh has yet to speak out. He ain't saying nothing. Tight lip.
Yeah, that's guilty.
Guilty. Because I'm like, I don't know, or maybe it's like, I'm not gonna like further humiliate us by like trying to defend myself. I don't know.
It's guilty.
Probably guilty.
Because if he loved her and he really cared, he would make a statement. I'd be all over. I'd be like, man, look, I swear it was nothing. Like, I'm going to take a lie detector test myself today. You know.
That's true. Why would he go shower all the time? Just go fishing. If you fish, a shower is last thing you're doing, right? Do you shower before you go fishing?
I don't know. I shower a lot though. You know.
You smell really good.
No.
I don't know if that's me or you though.
It's probably my dip.
No, it's not your dip.
No, I don't know. I take showers all the time though, but a lot more than most people, I think. Sometimes I take 2 a day. You know, if I feel like taking a shower before I go somewhere, it don't matter if I'm going fishing.
That's true.
But
Kelly, lie detector tests aren't accurate, really.
no, they're pretty accurate. I mean,
I don't know because they're not.
they don't work for
they're
everybody. You can you can train yourself to pass one. I mean,
Were you trained to pass one?
No.
Yeah, you were.
I mean, I know. No, I wasn't trained to. I mean, I know. I've talked to people, and I know different ways.
I thought in the military they.
No, just for. I mean, if you go to certain schools, but
like if y'all were like captured, I thought when
we
y'all
have gone
go overseas.
Yeah, we went through.
To war, if y'all are captured, they like.
We went through certain classes where they talked to us about different stuff, like how to respond if you're being interrogated by the enemy, and I mean they talked about all kind of different things.
Okay.
I mean, I know how to pass one.
Also, I knew a lady whose husband cheated and left her for her daughter-in-law. No, a husband who cheated for her daughter-in-law. It's in the bathroom I think it's in the bathroom on the cabinet. Hold on. I got to figure out who this is.
Yeah. I mean, there are some. Well, I don't know. Lie detector tests have come a long way from what they used to be. I mean, they pick up. I mean, they got audio lie detector tests now that'll pick up a lot of people.
We need one.
Yeah.
We need one.
For what?
I don't know. It would be fun to have, don't you think?
Yeah.
That would be really fun to have.
Yeah. We could start asking each other questions.
And the kids.
Oh yeah.
And
I
each
can
other.
tell when the kids are lying. You can't. You need
I
one for
believe
the
the kids all the time.
Yeah, you're always giving the benefit of the doubt. No, I don't need a lie detector test for you. You can get one for me if you want.
I honestly though, I'm blown away. Like she was so quick to put it on social media because she just knew, you know, like, oh, yep, it's an affair. She used the word affair, and then 2 days later, comes back, and that's it. Use it on YouTubers. That would be a good idea. Like, hey, I got some questions I want to ask you. Call.
No, I mean I'd get whatever out of the kids. I'd be like, I know you're lying to me. You better not lie to me. So I mean, we don't need a lie detector. Somebody said get a lie detector test for when Paris is dating. I can pretty much tell when they're lying.
Paris dating is just.
And even if I can't tell, I'll get it out of them. I'll start waterboarding them.
She does. Don't say that. She does say they're still divorcing. Today, tomorrow it may be different. I feel so bad for her because you guys, honestly, I can tell you, I've never watched a more heartbreaking episode of Teen Mom until the episode when her mom passed away. That was one of the most heartbreaking episodes I've had to watch to date. You know, Mackenzie said on a reunion a while back that she had not prepared herself for her mother's passing and she didn't know how she would handle it. She was super close to her mom. Me too. I cried watching it. She was so close to her mom. And, you know, I kind of try to put myself in her position. Like, I don't know what I would do if my mom died. You know what I'm saying? And too, Mackenzie's mom kind of reminds me of my mom a little bit because, like, when I first had Paris, like the first, like, okay, when I first got pregnant, I was living with my mom. I moved in with Michael for a little bit, but because of his cheating ways, I ended up moving back in with my mom, moving back in with Michael, moving back in. It's like mom, kind of like, and then when I had Paris, I was living with my mom again. And when she was about 2 months old, I moved back in with Michael. And then when she was about 4 months old, I had to move back in with my mom because he cheated again. So like, and all the times I was living with my mom, it was just me and my mom and my daughter. And my mom's, they were boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, and then they got married. But he was rarely ever there. So it was just like me, my mom, and Paris. And like the episode where like her mom comes in the room and like the baby's like laying on the bed, she like picks up the baby. Like it kind of reminds me of like back in the day when me and my mom lived together, and like I would be like in my room with Paris, like my mom would come back there and check on us. You know what I'm saying? I can't even.
With her losing her mom and him talking to
a week, one week after.
There's no way. There's no way. I mean, the last thing that would be on my mind if she lost her mama would be to talking to another person at all. I mean, anytime I would be trying to tend to her or see what she needed or trying to be there for her.
The pastor should have been number one that he should have went to. Maybe her sister. You know, her sister's dealing with this too, and her sister seems to really like Josh, Mackenzie's sister, the one that like drove Mackenzie all over like town when they done the proposal. Granted, she's dealing with it too, but I'm sure she would try to talk to Josh and tell Josh, because who's going to know Mackenzie the best? Her family. So they can say like, counselor, preacher, family, somebody. Not, and when I say family, I don't mean no single cousin.
I mean, she just lost her mama. He don't need to be talking to nobody but her. And he needs to man the hell up and be there for her. You know, and it's just pure selfishness. Him wanting to talk to somebody, even if it was that, which it wasn't. I mean, but even if it was that, it's pure selfishness for him to be wanting to talk to somebody about his problems or the problems that he's having right then, right after she lost her mama. Like,
Stephanie says, or Steph says, my mom passed away. My husband wasn't there for me at all. A little more than a year later, I caught him cheating on me. Where'd it go? He and a friend of ours from church who was also married went on a double date.
That's horrible.
Kel says when her brother died, her fiance done everything for me and our kids, and he didn't leave my side. He helped my family plan the funeral. That's what you do. Like, that's what you do. Like, I mean, everything that I've been through, us miscarrying, losing Abe, like, Sean's always been there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's not always been easy. You know, because
he's the one that got me up for my miscarriage, though.
Women are a lot more emotional, I think, for the most part. Not saying it's a bad thing. I just think we're wired different. But women are a lot more emotional. So, like, when things happen, they take it a lot more. I don't know, guys. I feel like a lot of men, when something bad happens to them, they find other things to do. I don't know. Maybe it's just the men that I know. But like work a lot or something like that, you know. But it seems like women take things a lot harder and kind of dwell on it a lot more, think about it, or their emotion, they feel sadness or whatever for longer or something. So I mean, it's not always easy being there for somebody when they're going through a really tough time. But I mean, come on. It's not about you. It's not always about you. You know, you gotta look out for your spouse.
Yeah. And I'm reading you guys sharing y'all stories about things like this happening to y'all, and I'm so sorry. My mom passed away in March last year, very tragically, and then I had a miscarriage 3 weeks later, and my husband was the best boy in the world and never left my side. That's the way it should be. You know, we have literally been there. I've watched Teen Mom since the beginning, so I feel like I've been a part of Mackenzie and Josh's relationship almost since the beginning, and I cannot ever think of a time that he treated her right or good, except the very small time where he re-proposed, and that lasted 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And that was a good idea for him to do that. Like, get rid of this ring. That whole aspect of our relationship, that chapter is tainted. Let's throw it away. Here's a new ring. I'm making a new promise to you, and we're moving forward.
We've done that a lot of times. Like when we go through like bad periods in our marriage, just to where we're like not on the same page and kind of arguing a lot or not agreeing and not communicating good. Like we've done it a lot. Like just sat down and decided to put the past behind us or whatever. We've done it a lot. Bunch of times. And I mean, we'll do it as many times as we have to. I couldn't imagine being cheated on after we've been married and having kids. After we've been married this long.
Yeah.
But it really makes you question what it's about. What was that about? The whole proposing and everything.
Yeah, what was
to
it
save
about?
face on TV because
I think
nobody likes him.
Like, was
He's
it
such an asshole?
Was it to save face on TV? Because we had just seen like where she was like begging him to be there for her, you know, and she made a comment like, if it wasn't for the kids, I wouldn't want to be here. And he got so mad. He took it as her saying she would kill herself. That wasn't the way that I took it.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't really the way that I took it. Like, that she wanted to kill herself or that she was going to kill herself. But he got so mad, like walked out. And then at the kid's birthday party, he didn't stay the whole time. He left. Where did he go? Was the cousin at the birthday party? Did they leave around the same time? Where did they go?
Oh. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Somebody asked how we're doing. We're doing good.
We're doing good.
It was a while back.
It was to give MTV something to film. You know, I wonder who helped him come up with that idea. Because watching it, I thought, like, I can't believe he come up with this.
Yeah,
like, surely this wasn't his idea. Like, the whole plan, to go to our, like, favorite restaurant, then go to where I proposed, and, like, the cards and all that. I really thought that it was, like, something else.
He definitely,
like, somebody else done it.
Well, I've gotten ideas from, like, looking online.
Yeah, you've come up with some really good.
Yeah, I've come up with things. I mean, a lot of the things that I've done, yeah.
The message in a bottle.
A lot of the things that I've done, though, it wasn't my idea. I looked online for it, you know, so maybe he looked online and found it. Because, like, when it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm not really...
You were deployed when you done that, weren't you? Were you done the message in a bottle?
I don't remember.
I think so.
Maybe so.
I think you were. He wants her to take care of him. He can't do it on his own. Probably right. It's something you would see on Pinterest. Sorry if I missed some comments.
It might be something like, as far as him I don't think he loves her at all.
Right. Yeah, because it like Exalted said, a normal reaction to your wife's cry for help is not to walk away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my thing is like women are emotional, and sometimes we cry for no reason. Like sometimes we don't know why we're crying. And so it would be one thing if like she was just like emotional for like a couple weeks and she didn't know why she was crazy or emotional, but she knows why she's crazy and emotional. She just lost her mom.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's something serious. Like, there's times that she's acting emotional and I just walk away, but you know, it's not she's not necessarily crying, but she's just acting emotional.
I'm just crazy sometimes.
So I just walk away because I'm like, I don't know what to do with that, you know.
Yeah.
But remember that one time that like there was like this time period in our marriage to where you were like really emotional and we had been arguing a lot, and I was like just completely like, you know, then it kind of flipped around, but you were like real emotional, and I loved you and everything, but at the time I just couldn't really deal with it. First, it was like a short period of time, and like we would talk, and and I would tell you like, let's just watch TV together or something. Let's just do something fun. Because there was this time period where her crying and I don't know what it was. It was like
think
maybe
that was after my miscarriage though.
no, I'm talking about it was way before the miscarriage.
Really?
Yeah, like we had been having some problems, and like I loved you and everything, and I wanted to be with you, but I was just like, I don't know.
Oh no, I do remember that.
Yeah,
It was when you lived in your apartment.
Yeah, when we separated.
Uh huh.
Yeah, and it wasn't that I didn't love her or anything. It was just like for some reason I was like really just I don't know, just unemotional at the time for like 6 months. I don't know what it was. Maybe shorter, like maybe 4 to 6 months. But I wasn't mean to her. It was just like
no, you just
I was
didn't
just
know how
like
to handle
stop
it.
crying. Like let's just
yeah.
watch TV. Let's hang out. Let's have a good time.
You didn't like walk away or nothing.
Yeah.
Someone said they think it was her sister's idea, which probably I don't know. I clicked on something. Is this accurate? I don't have any thumbs down yet.
Where's the haters at?
Where are they at? I ain't getting no hate views.
It must be on another string talking about you.
Yeah. We as men want to fix stuff. When we can't, it's not that we don't love them. It's just frustrating.
Yeah, exactly. It is. It is extremely frustrating when you can't fix something. And like that's one thing I've learned is you cannot. Like when she's telling me about all kind of problems and stuff, I'm trying to give her solutions. I'm like, you need to do this, you need to do that, and that doesn't work.
That makes me mad sometimes.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm like, sometimes like especially when he used to work off, he would call home and I would just like be in a bad mood and like be like venting to him, and he would like try to tell me how to fix the problem, and I'm like, I'm not asking you how to fix a problem. Don't tell me what I need to do. Just listen to me complain about it for a second.
Yeah, but when like as a guy though, when guys go to other guys complaining about something, it's really them asking like, hey, what do I do? Like when I run into a problem, I call my dad. With a call, if it's a vehicle or if I'm building something or if I'm fixing something, I call him and I tell him what the problem is, and he tells me the solution. Or I tell him, like, I've been trying to do this. I've been trying to fix this. I can't figure out what the problem is. And he'll tell me what to do, so
I feel like your dad is like a wise man, though.
Yeah. But, that's how guys operate. And so if a guy's complaining about something or, like, talking about a problem, then he wants a solution. So that's the first thing a guy wants to do is say, well, you need to do this. This is how you fix it. Like women take it as like an insult or something.
Mm-hmm. When you complain to me, do you want me to give you a solution? Or sometimes are you just venting too?
Yeah, I'm just venting.
I used to get mad at him though.
Yes.
I used to get mad and be like, don't tell me how to fix it. Just listen to me gripe. But the fact, Josh, when regardless of what Mackenzie has going on, when she talks to him, he sits here like, this is the way he sits there. Can I have your hat? No?
My hair's kind of crazy.
Give me that one. This is literally what Josh does. Like, he like sits there, like slumped over, like playing with something in his hand. Or like tapping his dip bottle on his leg.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he cares.
And he's like, I don't know what you want me to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you want me to do. Say it's going to be okay.
It's a very one-sided relationship, looks like to me.
And it is crazy that, like, he don't want to be in the spotlight, but he wants to be a bull rider and become a famous bull rider. See, the thing is what famous bull riders versus people on TV is, like, bull riders aren't followed by paparazzi. You don't see, not really. You don't see gossip about bull riders on Teen Magazine, on US Weekly though. Like it has to be like a bull rider murdered before you see like a story about them on like a gossip magazine. But like TV people are on magazines. They're on social media. I mean, literally, if you Google right now, Mackenzie McKee, story's gonna pop up, pop up, pop up, pop up. If you look up who's a bull rider,
Chris Shivers.
if you look that name up, you may find like his Wikipedia. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
like,
know. It's
tons
pretty
of stories
big.
are not gonna pop up.
It's pretty big in different parts. I mean, it depends on what. I think I don't know. You're right. It's not gonna be on like, but they do have. It will be in like Sports Illustrated and stuff. I mean, it's considered like a sport.
Well, yeah, but the thing is they're not followed for gossip.
Yeah.
So like, if you're a cheater,
which a lot of
you don't want to be a TV celebrity because your life, you're going to be critiqued. You're going to be watched. You're going to be in the spotlight.
I never thought about that.
Thank you, Jubes, for the super chat. So happy I was able to catch your live tonight. Miss y'all. Oh, thank you. It's been a minute since I've seen you on here, but that's because I haven't really been on lives a whole lot, though. But I have been trying to put out more videos.
The deal with her phone is nuts.
Y'all ain't even going to believe this. I'll give y'all that story kind of at the end of the stream.
Yeah.
We're going to kind of stay on topic. We're going to stay on topic with this, and then we'll talk about the phone situation at the end. But my phone situation is ridiculous. AT&T is ridiculous because they've been had my phone back since 3 days after I mailed it, 4 days after I mailed it to them. And the whole time they've been saying, we ain't got it back, we ain't got it back, we ain't got it back. But hopefully we're getting somewhere now. Another thing is I've always wondered if Josh was on something. And I don't like to speculate, especially now when it comes to drugs. After my arrest, I know what it done to me and how it felt for me, for people to think that I'd done drugs just based off that arrest. So, especially after that, I don't like to speculate that people do drugs or not. But for years, I have been like, is he on something that maybe like relaxes him or something?
He acts like he's
because he kind of acts like, he kind of acts like he is. So
I don't know how that would work, like riding bulls and doing that.
Maybe pain medicine too if he's riding bulls.
Pain medicine is
a lot of bull
riders are addicted to pain
medicine because
for sure. I used to ride bulls,
like bumped up from bull riding.
Oh yeah.
I shared a picture of Sean riding a bull on my Instagram the other day.
Yeah, I used to go to work beat up, man. Could hardly walk.
He was on something due to injury from riding. They get jacked up on rodeo. It's super easy to black out on it as well. You just don't go to sleep. You do crazy crap. You never remember. It's very dangerous. I heard that about Xanax. I heard that years ago, I was like friends with a guy, and I didn't know it, but at the time, like, he took Xanax, and I remember him saying one time that it makes you forget what you do.
Remember?
Like, what?
Remember when, like,
there are too many STDs to be out there cheating. Exactly.
Not long after we got married, I was still going to the VA, and they tried to, I was going to the VA, meeting with a counselor, and they tried to put me on Xanax, and they put me on like the lowest milligram.
Happened to me too. Put me on the lowest, knocked me out.
Oh my God, I couldn't get out of bed for 3 days. I took like one, and I was out. I could not move.
It was like
I don't know how anybody could take that.
Is it 0.0? Me neither. I don't know how anybody could take that. But I have always wondered, is he taking something for like anxiety? And another thing too is a lot of times when you lose someone that you love, if you go to the hospital for like anxiety or stress, they'll give you medication. So like, I was wondering, maybe Mackenzie went to the doctor because she's depressed. Did they put her on something? Which Mackenzie says that Josh was getting the medicine from his brother and giving it to Ashley. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they prescribed me, but I took one and that was it. I did not take any more because I literally could not move.
How are you feeling, Kelly?
0.5 milligram is the lowest.
I thought
they put me on 0.25. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been so long.
I don't know how anybody functions on it. I took it twice. The first time I took it before I went to work, got to work, and I was managing a finance company, and I had two workers. That sat in front of me. Like my desk was at the very back of the office. I had a CSR at the front when you walked in, you saw her, and then behind her was the assistant manager, and then I was at the very back, and I was literally back there at my computer, just like couldn't stay awake, and I was like, I have to go to the back. Like I got to clock out. I cannot stay awake. I didn't know what it was. I was like, oh. It didn't dawn on me. So I took it like a second time the next day. Same thing happened. And I was like, no, this is what it is. I can't take it.
It worked. So I didn't have no problem for like 3 days.
Well, you're not going to be stressed out because you're knocked out.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem for like 3 days. I was in bed. I'm sure you were probably aggravated.
I mean, I don't even remember back
Yeah,
that. It was a long time ago. 10 years ago. I remember you taking like Cymbalta or something.
Man, there was something they put me on, and I took it for a long time.
Cymbalta, wasn't it?
I don't know. It might have been. I think it was. Yeah.
I think it was Cymbalta.
Because when I came back from Iraq, it took me a while to kind of, I guess, calm down. So they put me on something. I was just meeting with the VA or whatever, and the counselor put me on something. And I took it for a long time. It was when we first got together. And then finally I realized, like, man, I feel like a machine. Like, I didn't have any feelings, any emotions or nothing.
Yeah. See, that's the way
all
Josh
the time
looks.
for a
Josh
long time.
Looks like Josh acts and looks like he has no thoughts, no emotions, no. Like, I can't even take pills anymore. I can't swallow them. The other day, Sean took ibuprofen, and I got nauseous just seeing it and smelling it, didn't I?
Uh-huh.
Like, he like had it laying on the counter, and he like picked it up, and I got caught. I don't know if anybody else can smell pills. I don't know, but I caught like a whiff of it, and seeing it made me. I started gagging, and like went to the bathroom because I thought I may throw up.
Caden's the same way. He can't take no. He can't.
But I used to could. Like years ago, I could. But now the only kind of medicine I can take is like under the tongue type of medication, like Zovran and stuff. Pain meds are okay if you take them right, and only take them for a short time after surgery. Yeah. A C-section only took a leave. Now, I had 3 teeth pulled, and I took Motrin and Tylenol for that. I didn't, and I really didn't take it. I think it was the first day, and that's it. He reminds me of an opiate addict. Josh, not Sean. Even Tylenol PM makes me.
Somewhere, somebody said that I always look high or something.
You?
I said, yeah, somebody said that. That I always look high.
Well, they said that about me too. They said that about me too. Apparently, my
I'm
pupils
tired.
are always.
I normally get up early.
That is the thing. Is like
we stream late.
We stream late, and they're like, they stream late. They stay up all night. They're drug addicts. No, but I've lived a life for 15 years of going on no sleep, and too when I like burn out, he'll let me sleep. Like when I burn out and I'm just like I'm so tired, he'll be like, okay, go sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I work a lot, though, to keep this family going. He works a lot to keep this family going, and it takes us both working a lot. And sometimes if that means I have to stay up late to work on YouTube, that's what I do.
I think I got that sleep act, I'll tell you.
Oh, my God, yes. Sean quits breathing in his sleep, and he growls in his sleep, and he's like...
No, she's exaggerating.
No, I'm not. I'll record it tonight, and I'll upload it, and I'll give you guys a link.
No, don't.
Like, I literally sometimes, I like elbowing him. I'm like, breathe, because it scares me, because he'll literally just hold his breath. He don't even know it, though. That's what scares me.
I don't
he
know.
didn't even know
I
it.
just hold my... It wakes me up, I guess, not enough to actually wake up, and then I'll breathe, and then I'll go back to sleep. And I guess it's so I never really get good, solid sleep. I don't know. Some nights I do. Some nights I can tell when I wake up and I've had real good sleep.
Adrian Vaughn said, my fiance lost his mama the day we drove 13 hours in a row to go from Texas to Kentucky. Let me go back to that. Took longer. 2 young boys. She played with my boys and
dang.
And then overdosed that night.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
That's sad, man. I'm
So
sorry.
I don't. What does that say? It's a medical condition called
That's what you
sleep
said.
apnea.
Sleep apnea, which is what you said. You said I think I have sleep apnea.
No. I thought it was going to say that the actual term for stop, like quitting breathing.
It's called sleep apnea.
I thought there was a bunch of different kinds. I don't know. I need to
I need to go
get one of those sleep things done.
I've never lost anyone close like that before. Wasn't sure how to help my kids. And also she was my second mom, so I felt weird being upset because I didn't want to take away from him. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's hard to know what to do. I mean, well, just in December, I didn't know what to do for my sister.
Yeah.
I didn't. At the funeral, when everybody went around and, you know, hugged her and stuff, I hugged her. And, you know, and Flossie's the same way, like humor. Like, she deals with stuff, like, with humor. And I kind of took that approach when I hugged her. I was like, I hugged her and I whispered in her ear, I'm sure you're tired of hugging people by now, right? And she said, a little bit, you know. But you don't know what to say. I don't know. I'm the same way. Like, and I was in pain from it, but I knew she was in greater pain from it. And I didn't know. You don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is even Josh, if he don't know what to say, be there. Hold her. Just comfort her.
Take care of the kids. Make some dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Let her lay in bed.
Yeah, do something.
Really, Caitlin? Thank you, Sandy. I don't think I've ever looked high, and if I have, I don't know how off life, I guess. But that's fine. My brother has been gone for almost 9 years. I still don't know what to say to my parents. Yeah, I can't even. Ryan Edwards looks and acts like, oh my goodness. You guys on Teen Mom last week, what is going on with his tooth? It's like a Mama June situation. Like it disappears, it reappears. It disappears, it reappears. Like, is this footage they filmed last time?
I don't know, but if I didn't have a tooth, if I was missing a tooth, I wouldn't be on TV. I know that, not until I got my tooth fixed.
I mean, especially a front tooth, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I don't know, depending on how much money I was going to make off the episode, you know. I might not miss an episode if the price was right.
Nah, but like, come back tomorrow. I got to go get my tooth fixed.
Yeah.
I mean, you can even do like Janelle. Janelle has those little clip-ons.
Yeah, put a fake tooth in.
She has, Janelle has like a flipper. Killed her husband because of the sleepwalking side effects of her medication, and turned out she and her former psychiatrist planned the whole thing. What was that movie called? Is that with
Oh, I know.
Jessica Biel?
Was it Jessica Biel?
Oh no, Jessica Biel is where she killed a guy at the beach. She was there with her husband and her this video has went from Josh cheating and Mackenzie making excuses and all the suffering she's been through to now people killing people. A flipper is
it's like, you know, when you get a tooth knocked out or something, they'll make one, and I guess it's a cheaper way, and it just has like a retainer, and a
flipper is a bunch of fake teeth. You know how those vampire teeth that you get at Halloween? They're all white, but they have the canines on the side. A flipper is literally that, except they don't have canines. It's all regular. No, that's a retainer you're thinking about.
No, it's got like one tooth. Like this guy that I work with offshore, he got hit in the face at work, and it knocked his tooth out. So the next hitch, or it might have been, it was a little while later, they gave him a replacement, but instead of installing like an actual like fake tooth there, like a veneer or whatever, they it was like a wire that kind of set down in his gums, and it held that one tooth in place.
That's a retainer.
And he could flip it out I thought it was called a flipper.
I think that's a retainer, right? See,
no, retainers after you get braces.
Yeah,
that retainer. It's got wires.
Okay, so these are
those are flippers.
Flippers. See how his
okay.
See, that's his real teeth, but he puts a flipper in. That's a flipper. It literally looks just like good teeth. See how she's putting her flipper in?
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. See that? I guess it's not a wire. It's like he can take it in and out. Like he got his...
And it's attached to like gum. A partial.
So like when that guy was
it's called a partial.
When that guy was like busy doing something like thinking or like running the rig, you know, he would always take his tongue and flip that tooth out.
Yeah, that's called a partial. It could be called a flipper, I guess.
I don't know what it is. I mean, honestly, I just thought that's what it was.
I guess it's like a flipper tooth. Yeah, flipper tooth or partial.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So there's a whole one, and Janelle has this. And people kept calling her out for having it. And she's like, no, I don't. I have a retainer. And she pops the flipper out. And it's literally a whole flipper. And it's like, just because you say it doesn't make it true. That's a flipper.
Man, some people, I swear.
Well, what if they're talking to me or you?
I ain't wearing my panties tonight, Tiger Man.
Neither am I. Okay, so they can make a bridge, but that's for some missing teeth.
Yeah, a bridge. That's another, yeah.
Honey Boo Boo wore a flipper, exactly. So yeah, you know, I'm gonna wrap up talking about Mackenzie and Josh for right now, unless you guys want to talk more about it. But we can keep on streaming. But for the guys that watch the replay, because we're going on an hour talking about Mackenzie and Josh, we can continue talking about it if you guys kind of want to just give your thoughts and opinions more about Mackenzie and Josh. My personal opinion about them is he's a dog. If he's a dog.
I think he's an idiot because she does.
And an idiot.
She does a lot of stuff. She is always busy. She's always doing something. So I don't know what he could possibly have to complain about. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm lucky because she's the same way. She's always busy doing stuff and taking care of the kids and doing, you know, just being productive. So I don't know what he could possibly have to complain about. What he's looking for. I mean, I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, baby, go ahead. I'm responding to this. I hope she's done with him. I hope, because here's the thing, and this is what I wish she would understand, is as long as she's like entertaining this relationship with Josh and this marriage, she's missing out on something better. No doubt there's something better out there for her. Do I believe Josh can change if he really wanted to?
Yeah.
I think because I'm a Christian, you guys know that. So I think if he really wanted to, he could, but he would have to take his own self, like steps. There'd be steps he would have to take. I believe anybody can change as far as like cheating. You know, I know some people's like, you know, cheaters never change. I understand that. I know like one person in particular that cheated for years and years and years, and now she does not cheat. She's married for like 4th time, and this is like the only man she's never cheated on.
Yeah, I know somebody who, I know a couple people that used to cheat all the time, and they don't cheat anymore. And
it's strictly because, like, she's a Christian. Like, she lives her life according to, you know, I know everybody is not a Christian, and people have different beliefs and values and all of that. So, you know, she's a Christian. Her beliefs lead her to live this life now, to not be a cheater.
It would take, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It would take, you doing a lot. I mean, I just think about Mackenzie too, and like, if she really loves him, like it would take a lot for you would have to do a lot before I would leave you. You know what I'm saying? Because if she loves him like that, I mean, I feel sorry for her because I doubt she's gonna be done with him, and it sucks for her because now she's on the internet in front of the entire world, defending him, looking stupid,
Yeah.
and probably 2 weeks from now they'll be back together or whatever.
Yeah.
Just because she loves him and wants her family to work. So, I mean, I can't really blame her. But even as a Christian, you're allowed, it is, you can divorce somebody for stuff like that,
Yeah, as a Christian, you can divorce somebody for infidelity.
Yeah, if your spouse isn't faithful, you can divorce, it's frowned upon, they want you to try to work on your marriage. But
let's see if there's anything else here that I didn't read to you guys. Let's see. And I'll read you guys some of y'all's comments.
The fact that it was hidden too is another thing. Like, if I was talking to somebody about our problems, she's gonna know about it, even if it's just like, hey, I talked to so and so, and I just kind of talked about some things, and they just gave me a little bit of advice or whatever. She would know about it. Just so,
I would need to.
Just in case, just in case she ever saw it and didn't know what was going on, or a situation like this happened, she would know about it ahead of time. Where's her dad at?
Her dad's at home.
If I was her dad, I would beat the crap out of him.
Well, he's a Christian man,
I mean,
the dad and the mom really rooted for Mackenzie and Josh to make the relationship work. They really rooted on it, and
I'd still tear him up.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna regret wasting her best years on him if she don't keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it moving. Like, the thing is Mackenzie's a nice looking girl. She's got her set up. She's on Teen Mom. She does her Body by Mac stuff. She's got a what some people will probably say is a banging body. Some people like that type of body style. Some people don't. Regardless, she's in good shape.
She supports him too.
Yes.
So I mean, that kind of really, makes you wonder why he's there.
Yeah, honestly, I would feel that way.
He's got somebody that's gonna. I mean, when I rode bulls, I started working offshore. I was riding bulls. I was in the National Guard, and I had big dreams to.
This is my real hair, Becky G. My name should be Leslie with the good hair instead of Becky with the good hair, because it's real, darling. I don't wear extensions.
No, it's real. See.
Oh. There's no extensions here.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's gonna be the last comment I pay mind to from that person.
When I rode bulls, I had big dreams of making it a PBR and everything, but eventually I had to give it up because I had to go to work and I couldn't keep going to work with broke ribs and limping for 2 weeks, So I had to give it up. It sucked, but I had to make money and provide for her and her, Paris and Caden.
Unbelievable moments. That is honestly so. That's so normal. Yes, absolutely. When you're 39 weeks pregnant, the reason you feel like you're about to poop yourself, the reason you feel like your baby is going to come out when you poop is because your baby is literally sitting right there. Like, your baby is already positioned to come out, basically. So when you have to poop, honestly, I used to say that all the time.
She was always worried that when she had the baby, she was going to poop too.
Oh, yes. I was always worried.
She did every time. No, I'm just kidding. She really didn't. She honestly didn't. But she was always scared to death.
I was like, if I poop while I have this baby, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
For real. I guess a lot of women do, though. I'm glad you didn't poop all over a baby right after you had it.
Oh, I know. That would suck.
I know. Cause our baby, they always came out nasty enough. They need you to poop
yeah.
on.
My last two were 9.5 pounds, and this one is weighing around the same already. Yeah, so you're definitely gonna feel like you're gonna poop that baby out, considering it's that big. Oh, thank you. I'm going to be a grandma to twins. Good night, y'all. That is awesome. Congratulations. They say babies are like your own baby is like an amazing, but they say being a grandma is like even better.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I'm fine with waiting several years to find that out.
Yeah, me too.
But let's see. I think I missed some. Oh, somebody asked, do Mackenzie's mom and dad know everything that Josh did to her? I feel like Mackenzie's mom knew when she passed away all the things that Josh had done to her. I feel like Mackenzie was pretty open with them.
It's on TV too.
I mean, well, not everything is on TV, but a lot of stuff is on TV. But I always got the feeling that she was really open with her parents, especially her mom, about what was going on.
I don't care how much Kenny or Paris love a guy, or if he's the father of their children. If they get with a guy that does them like that,
yeah, that's
gonna be hell
too.
to pay. It's gonna be hell to pay.
Yeah.
Me and that dude are gonna have a talk. I'm gonna take him on a long ride.
Yeah. I think that's the way it should be. Like I feel like I don't know. Like I want boys to know that they're gonna respect my daughter, because if they don't, it's gonna be an issue.
Oh, yeah.
But I also want, my daughters to know, like, you gotta respect your man too. Like this isn't a one-way situation. Like they have to respect each other and treat each other well.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell them like this, especially when I'm gonna tell them like this, like, okay, I'm gonna tell her, my daughter to respect you, but I'm gonna tell you, if if she doesn't respect you and you're not happy, you just need to leave the marriage. Because if you ever put your hands on her, or if you cheat on her, and my daughter comes to me crying, like, it's gonna be on. I'm not gonna say a whole lot on a live stream on YouTube. I don't want anything. That day might come, and I don't want any evidence.
Okay, Joanna said exactly, and now her boys will treat women the way he does her. Exactly. That's something else too, is her oldest son, Gannon, acts very similar to Josh already with his feelings. Like if you watch last week's episode, it's kind of weird. Like I have a lot of kids and I'm around a lot of kids, and the way he kind of responded to his mom when she was like, it's okay to love on your mom, and he's like, no, it's weird. And she's like, wow, what's weird about it? He's like, I don't want people to think you're my girlfriend. And I was like, that's kind of a strange response.
I still love on all our
We
kids.
love on all of our kids, and they're older. I will walk up to Caden at any point in time and give him a kiss on the cheek, or like hug him, or you know what I'm saying? Like all my kids. Like
I don't really kiss the older boys anymore. That's kind of weird, but
Eli, you kissed Eli the other night.
Did I?
On the cheek, you did.
Oh, okay.
You're like rubbing him on his head.
Maybe so. I smell him a lot, sniff him.
He smells their head a lot. Like I have a picture of you and Eli asleep in the bed the other night.
I give him a lot of noogies. And Bobby comes to me right before he goes to bed, and he's like,
I want 2 noogies.
No, it's 20.
Is it 20?
Yeah. 20 noogies. Yeah.
Wooden Eagle got my back. Thanks, girl. Now they can watch in silence. Can't say nothing. Unless they're going to make another fake account, which they probably will. My husband has done some shady things, texting girls, but nothing physical, thank God. I couldn't imagine. Yeah. You see, that's my thing, is like, I wish she would have let us know if the evidence was deleted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Did he delete it? Because if he deleted their text messages and the call log out of his phone, it wouldn't just, I don't know. It wouldn't just talking about her.
I'm just wondering, like, how the dad's handling it because he
The
just
dad's
lost
already
his
going
wife.
through that.
Right? They were still married?
Yeah, they were still married.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
they were only married to each other. They were married for years and years and years.
So he
And
just lost her. Then
Yeah.
his daughter comes. His daughter is getting cheated on by her husband, and man, I'm telling you, I'd take a prison sentence over for that. You know, for real, I would. I'm not a very good Christian. I try to be a Christian, but I'm not a very good one. I need to do better, but I'd probably take a 25-year sentence on that.
That's terrible. Well, maybe he was actually getting the anxiety meds from her cousin Ashley, but she didn't want to say that. Sorry if it's been said. Well, she did say. Well, she said that Josh was getting the medicine from his brother to give to Ashley. That Ashley was going to Josh to get anxiety medicine, and that Josh was getting it from the brother.
Okay, kitty, cat.
Meow. Okay, kitty cat, meow. I don't kiss my son anymore. I may give him a hug now and then. You know what I realized the other day, though, when I was talking to the kids about this, is at some point your child's going to get too big for you to pick up and hold. I still pick up Coco and hold him. Bobby is so solid. Bobby's has been hard to
solid. Pick up since he was little.
Yes, Bobby has been solid and heavy since he was like 3.
He's weighed more than Eli.
Yes.
And Eli's always been taller, but he has weighed more than Eli since, I don't know. I walked in on Bobby when Bobby was 2 years old. Was he 2 or 3 when he was on top of Caden? Caden was like 8.
Caden.
And he was pounding Caden in the face. And Caden was crying.
He was like 2 or 3. Yeah.
Bobby is like a little tank.
Bobby used to pick our couch up.
Yes, he is the strongest.
I would walk out of my bedroom and he would literally be picking our couch up.
And he like runs at you to hug you.
And you're like...
And he like tackles you. He'll knock you off your feet.
Oh, yeah. I used to have to tell him, like, don't, like, just walk up to me and hug me. Because you're going to knock me down. He is literally such a little tank. What were we going to name Diesel? We were going to name Coco Diesel. Or Tank. Diesel.
I think you wanted...
No, we were.
Yeah.
We were going to name him Diesel. We even talked about... It was Coco. We even talked about afterwards that maybe we should have named him Diesel because he was pulling through like a little... Like he was like strong.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, poor Coco. Coco's been through a lot.
Your hair doesn't even look like it has extensions. I'm a hairdresser and I can tell your hair is not colored. When you don't color it with or lightening, then you have thick, healthy hair. Yeah, I haven't colored my hair in a really long time, and I don't have extensions. I've gotten them before, the clip-ins, but I've never like went and got extensions. But my hair is really thick anyway, so I don't need it. Oh my gosh! I used to call my son Bam Bam because he was so rough for a little guy. Who did we call Bam Bam?
No,
Caden.
We didn't. My parents called... Didn't my parents call Eli Bam Bam?
No.
It was Eli.
No. Before Eli was born, the guy that he was in the service with, when we went to his house, him and Nicole,
Cromer?
she was... Cromer. Cromer used to call Caden Bam Bam. Remember?
Caden?
Yes, but we didn't have Eli. It was Caden. We went there for Easter. We stayed in Georgia for like right before you deployed.
I don't remember Caden ever being like real...
Easter?
Yeah.
Easter. He was like...
I remember.
Caden was a little chubby. Remember?
Yeah.
And he was dark and had black hair.
I remember
Cromer
him
used to
back
call
then,
him
but
Bam Bam.
I remember he's always been like really docile. So I guess I just thought after having all these rough boys, you know, I thought maybe it was Eli that was called Bam.
Popping in to say hey. Hey, Brandy. All is well. We're just discussing the crazy situation with Mackenzie now. I can't even imagine how hard this is going to be. I hope she's seeking help, though. I hope Mackenzie is talking to, like, her preacher, a therapist, or somebody. I know, Kelsey. I've been dealing with my kids fighting all day. I can't believe summer just started. Hey, have you guys heard about the P-EBT debit cards that are coming on?
Louisiana, but...
No, it's not. It's not just Louisiana. I saw people talking about... No, there's like a YouTube video about it. So okay, it's Cromer. His last name is Cromer. His first name is Michael? Michael Cromer.
Yeah.
That was Sean's like battle buddy. Wasn't he your battle buddy? In Afghanistan. In Iraq? Both. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't really know him in Iraq. He was there with us same time. I mean, I knew him, but I didn't know him that good. We got close when we went to Afghanistan. We were in National Guard together.
I still close with him, actually. He's at his dad's in Rapides Parish now. Rapides Parish? No, it's every state. There's an article in the local paper about ABT. So I'm going to give you guys this information for you that don't know it, just to help you guys out. Because of the COVID-19 situation, if you have a child that's in school, even if they're over the age of 18, you go to this website. I'll have to find the website. Or you could go to Google and just put P-EBT, and you fill out this application, and you automatically should qualify for like $286 per kid worth of food stamps. And I know some people are like embarrassed with food stamps, but don't be like, especially with a lot of people have lost their jobs. I hope you speak to internal affairs about that officer and go to the local media and complain. Kelsey, we're actually taking legal action in that with that situation. And I feel like it's going to be a long, drawn-out process. That police officer no longer works there, from what we're hearing, from what my attorney has heard, from what my mom has heard. He doesn't work there anymore. We don't really know what's going on.
I don't think it's going to be that long.
I feel like it's probably going to be like a year process, probably.
Because what your lawyer said the other day, it might take a year,
But so, and so really, I'm not supposed to really talk about it too much, just because, but once it's all done and over with, and this legal situation is done, and this suit is over with, I'm going to give you guys all the details. Which I've already gave you guys the details about it, but I'll give you guys the details about this part of it.
Kills, if your children are out of school, you could qualify for SNAP.
If you normally don't. They say everybody qualifies for it. If you have a child that is in school, even if they're 18 years old, if they're still in school, they will get this money. So like me, I done it. Everybody that I know has done it. I filled it out for my kids, for Paris, Caden, Eli, Bobby, and Coco. And they say all of your kids, your school kids, I've been reading up online about it. For Louisiana, it's like $286 per child, okay? Yeah. And they've already sent some of these cards out because they started the applications on like May 19th or something. It's called hold on, let me put it in there.
P-EBT. Yeah, I'm like this, man. I'm laid off right now because of this crap. The government shut everything down pretty much. And I got 6 kids, and I done paid taxes for
it's
since
not
I was
like
17
it's not
years
like
old.
Regular food stamps. But it's kind of the same department that's doing this.
I done paid taxes since I was 17 years old. I don't know how much in taxes I paid.
You don't have to pay it back. It's not based on income. From what I'm reading, if you have children that are in school, you qualify. Let me look it up. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna look it up just so we can kind of get
Well.
Okay, it's called the Pandemic Electronic Benefit Transfer. Pandemic Electronic Benefit Transfer. And it is amid the ongoing public health crisis, Louisiana. This is just my state because this computer has my location. But it's every state. Has been approved for the new Pandemic Electronic Benefit Transfer. The program will provide extra help buying groceries for the families of more than 600,000 children who normally, if your child normally receives free or reduced price meals at school, which in Louisiana, like 2 years ago, they changed it to where all the schools, everybody gets free. What if your kid is doing Zoom? What do you mean Zoom? Okay. In Louisiana, all schools have free lunches. They changed that like 2 years ago. So, Eligible
Right.
families who complete an online application will be issued a P-EBT debit card to access benefits. The P-EBT card will function like a standard EBT card, which is like the food stamp card, and the same guidelines will apply. Families will receive $285 in total per child. Unused benefits will roll over month to month and must be used within 365 days. The requirements are, as school facilities remain closed, households that meet the following criteria may now be eligible to receive P-EBT benefits to help buy food. Families with one or more child in their household, children who normally receive free or reduced price meals at school. That's it. That's the requirements. Families must complete an online application to receive the benefits.
But it's everybody in Louisiana.
Yeah, because Louisiana is
Everybody's
reduced.
all free
yeah.
lunches. They did that a while back.
Like 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, that was
The
awesome.
deadline to apply is June 8th, so get it done. And Louisiana benefit is $285. So I'm like, heck yeah. Shine's laid off. Ain't no shame in my game. We pay taxes for years. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot, when I worked offshore, we paid a lot of taxes.
Yeah, we paid a lot of taxes when he worked offshore. How to apply. Do you guys need me to tell you guys how to apply? Happy early birthday. Kennedy's birthday is coming up.
I'll be glad to get some of that money back.
Louisiana has all free lunches, so like everybody in Louisiana would qualify. Let's see. Applicants must provide the full names of each student and parent, date of birth, social security number, and home address, school, and school district. If you are unable to access the portal, it is likely due to high volume of visitors. Baby, will you get me a brownie?
Yeah.
Please continue to check back. We appreciate your patience. So the disbursement, if you apply by May 25th at 4:30 p.m. and are approved, we will mail your EBT card May 26th. Please allow until June 4th for mail delivery. If you apply after May 25th at 4:30, but before June 1st and are approved, we will mail your card June 2nd. Please allow until June 12th for mail delivery.
All the kids are asleep.
Awesome. Well, they should be. If you apply after June 1st and are approved, we will mail your card June 8th. Please allow until June 18th for delivery. So anybody that applied should get their card by June 18th. All students eligible that are... Okay, so here's a few questions. Are students eligible if they attend charter school, Roman Catholic school, or other non-public schools? Yes. If your child normally receives free or reduced price meal at school and the school closed for at least 5 consecutive days because of the pandemic. Are students of virtual schools such as Louisiana Virtual Charter Academy eligible? No. Virtual schools do not offer free or reduced price meals, so they are not eligible for P-EBT. Are students in Head Start eligible? Only pre-K through 12th students are eligible for P-EBT. Those whose schools participate in National School Lunch Program and Breakfast Program. Most Head Start students participate in Federal Child and Adult Feeding Program, which is not included in P-EBT. Are homeschooling children eligible? No. My child's school provided discounted breakfasts and lunch to all students, even those who didn't meet federal income guidelines. Does this mean my family qualifies? Yes. My child was not receiving free or reduced price meals when school closed, but I think we would qualify now. How do we apply? These families may contact the child's school or school system to request a free and reduced price meal application. Families must complete the form, return it by June 1st. The school or school system will review the application and notify families of their eligibility. If eligible, the family will receive May benefits, only $91.20 per eligible child. My household has no children. Can we get P-EBT? No. Does it matter if my household already receives SNAP benefits? No. So even if you already receive EBT benefits, you can still get it. My regular SNAP case will close soon because my income has increased. Will I still be eligible for P-EBT? Yes, if your child was eligible for free or reduced price meals at school and you apply on the P-EBT portal before June 8th. How will I find out if I'm eligible? Local school systems will notify families of eligible children that may apply for P-EBT. I think I'm eligible, but I did not receive a notification from my school system. How may I get the benefits? If you have not been notified by May 25th, visit the P-EBT portal on Louisiana Department of Education website and complete the application. Or anybody in another state, they would have to go to like California Department of Education website or your state. What if my children are receiving meals from their closed school? Are they eligible? Yes. Many Louisiana schools are already providing emergency or grab-and-go meals to children regardless of enrollment, family size, or income. Households may still receive these meals as well as the P-EBT benefits. I don't know if you guys are really interested in all this, but so we have been on for an hour and a half, and we've kind of went over the Mackenzie stuff, and now we're just kind of chit-chatting. Amazon is the devil. Yeah, I agree. It really is. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. So I'm trying my hardest to not shop on Amazon.
It's like, it never fails. Every time I get laid off, and we're like, kind of, money starts getting tight or whatever, something always happens like that. Like every time I get laid off, something always happens to where it works out to help us out. So we never really get in too bad of a bind.
It's never really horrible. Today, when I went to the dollar store, you guys, I seen a car that looked just like mine. Just like mine. Except it was a Tahoe. Mine was a Yukon. Will you give me something to drink?
Oh, what do you want?
I kind of want a Red Bull.
I need a Red Bull.
That's exactly how I feel. I think God always provides for us. He always provides a way for us.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's been times that, like, I remember when I got laid off for the first time working offshore. And, like, we went there. The thing is, everybody had been laid off. Everybody from the oil field had been laid off. And most people around where we live work in the oil field. So, by the time I got laid off, there was like nowhere to work, no jobs, nothing. I mean, I even went out. I went to Texas looking for work, but and I worked a job working shutdown
for a little bit.
And was gone all the time.
Yep, that sucked.
Yeah, but either way, there was a couple times where it got down to where we did not have any money left, like maybe $50 or something.
And what's so crazy is.
And something always happened. Always happened.
Sean worked offshore and was an assistant driller, making good money.
Like
and when he got laid off, he was one of the last people to get laid off. His company was one of the last companies to lay off. So, by the time he got laid off, there was like almost no jobs. There was like no jobs around here. You know what I'm saying? So, we waited around because we had money saved up, thinking we'll just kind of use our savings, you know, to wait until they call him back. They're going to call him back, which they said, we'll call you back. You know, when it picks back up, we'll call you back. And they did. They called him back, but he had another job at that point, and he was going to have to redo the Fontana, which is like the physical aspect of getting hired back on for an offshore company. You have to go through
And they were gonna
What
start
do you
me.
have to go through for a Fontana?
I just like an MRI, physical.
You have to do
a physical
physicals.
fitness test. But the reason why I didn't take that job is they were gonna start me all the way back at the bottom, and I would have made less money. And I was still kind of salty about them laying me off. I was still kind of pissed because we had gone through like a year of really hard times. And
We lived on our
401k,
and savings for a while.
burned through that. Because, I mean, the thing is, I was making a lot of money.
We had
And
like
we had bills.
bills.
Like, we thought we were being smart about it because one check that I made would cover all our bills, and then the other 2 checks we could live off of, you know, and do whatever we wanted. I mean, we could literally do whatever we wanted just with, you know, just about. We went on vacation whenever we wanted to at the drop of a hat, you know. I'd be like, let's go to Florida or whatever. But it was nice. But either way, when I got laid off, I didn't realize that one of my checks was more than most people make in an entire month. So then we were stuck with those bills, trying to make it, you know, trying to keep our vehicles and stuff. And,
We kept our vehicles.
Yeah, we did.
They have not been repossessed,
No.
despite.
I wish they would. No. I'm tired of still making that payment, but we're just about there. We're almost
Next
there.
year.
Yeah, next year we'll have them paid
I can't
off.
wait for a new ride.
Oh man, I know.
I'm so getting a new ride.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my truck. I'm gonna get an old truck next, and just I have to.
I want to
What? It's gonna be hard for me to want to get another truck note again. Cause remember when I had my F-150 paid off, it was awesome not having a truck note.
Yeah.
And that's what sucked, man. I took such good care of that truck.
And lightning struck it.
It got struck by lightning.
That's how good our luck is.
Yeah,
I
lightning.
do have bad luck. Like, no lie. Arrest when really you're not guilty of anything besides maybe crossing the line. I have such bad luck.
But if you remember though, lightning struck my truck. But then when I was laid off and we didn't hardly have any money, the insurance paid. Like this is like 2 years later, the insurance paid us full for the full amount.
And you went and bought a new truck.
I got to keep the truck. No, I had bought a new truck when it didn't start.
Yeah, when it did start, the insurance paid it, and you went and bought the gray one.
No, I bought the F-250 that day when I got off the helicopter.
The gray one you wrecked.
Yeah, we met. You met me in
Alexandria.
Yeah, and I bought the F-250 that day. But it was like 2 years later. When I was laid off, we didn't hardly have any money, and the insurance paid us for the F-150, totaled it out, and I got to keep the truck, and I sold.
We sold the truck to my dad.
Yeah.
Lightning struck it.
So like, it
didn't mess
weird.
it up.
No, it fried
It fried like the electrical
like
stuff
all
throughout
the
the truck,
electrical
but like my dad was able to like get it all fixed. I've had a lot of bad luck, but I've also had a lot of good luck. So, yeah, 1,000%. Anytime like we've ever been, when he got laid off, and like it was like a year later when it really got tough for us. Like where we were like, oh, what's gonna, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Because it was really getting to like, oh yeah, thank you for reminding me, Kelly. But God always provides a way for us somehow, always. So the situation with my phone, let me tell you guys the situation with my phone. So my phone, I drop my phone all the time. I drop my phone. But my phone has been in a really great case. But then the case started messing up, and the phone ended up being dropped, and it cracked. The screen cracked. So I got online. I was due for, well, not my line, but Bobby's line was due for an upgrade. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do his upgrade. When the phone comes in, just take my SIM card out of my phone, stick it in that phone. Basically, just used his line for my upgrade. So I selected to get an iPhone 11 with 256 gigabytes because I do everything on YouTube with my phone. Pretty much everything. Like I record videos, I edit videos, I upload videos, everything. My intros are in my phone. They're not on my computer. My intro, like my outros are in my phone, not my computer. Like the only thing I really do from the computer is like if my video gets like demonetized or like limited ads, I have to go to the computer and select to have a review done on the video, which for some reason, all of my videos have been getting limited ads all the time. Every video I upload, limited ads, limited ads, limited ads, limited ads. So I have to go do the review. So my last phone had 128 gigabytes and it ran out of memory constantly. Like I would be recording a video and it would just stop and say your memory's full. So I would have to get the phone down, delete, 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 delete. And it was really aggravating. So I said, I'm going to have to get a 256 gigabyte. You know what I'm saying? More than the 128. So that's what I do. I select to get the 128 gigabyte. The 258 gigabyte, 256. They send the phone. I get the phone like 2 days after I order it. I get it out. I'm like about to set it up. And I look on the back and I see it's a 128. It's a 128. It's not 256. So I call them. I'm like, look, I ordered the 256 gigabyte. That's what I need. And you see, Sean had done an insurance claim like a week prior. And they done the same thing to him. He was supposed to get a 256. They sent him a 158. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Monica. Candy done that intro and sent it to me. Candy sent it, and Candy done that intro and sent it to me. I wish I knew how to make intros. I'm not as talented as my mods. Really, I'm not. They're the brains behind my channel. I just hear and talk to you guys. That's it. That's not true, Matt. Don't even start, Matt. You know that's not true. Matt is super talented. The girls are super talented. They have their, you know what I'm saying? Like, they all are. Like Candy, I think Candy may have used an app with to do hers, and I think, oh, speaking of, somebody messaged me and wanted to know where they could find the music to my other outro, the one that Matt done. They wanted to oh, thank you, Joe. Somebody was like, hey, I'm looking for the music to your old outro, but I can't find it. I saw that on a comment. I'm gonna have to go let them know that it's Matt's music. Yes, the one that it's like the city in the background. Saline sent me that one. Candy sent me the one with the pink and the blue swirl, and then like my picture like comes back and it says Leslie Bass Pop Culture. But yeah, they're all super talented. I just talk to you guys. They're the brains behind my channel pretty much. They do all the real work. So anyways, AT&T, thank you, Betty. Y'all are too sweet. So AT&T, a week before that, sent Sean the wrong phone. He was supposed to get a 256. He got a 128. But he didn't worry about it. He's like, oh, whatever. I don't care. I'm not fooling with it. But because I needed the extra storage, I was like, no, I'm sending this back. And I'm not a mean person or anything like that. So it wasn't like, oh, hell no, I'm calling. I was like, I'm sending it back. I have to have the storage. So that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, not a big deal. So anyways, I called him. I told him. I said, look, I ordered the 256. I have to have it. Like, I use my phone for work, and it really requires me to have more storage. My last phone was a 128, and I was constantly running out of storage. And they was like, okay, not a big deal. In your box, there's a return label. Put your phone back in the regular box. Put it in the other box. Stick that return label. Send it back to us. Okay, no big deal. Literally the day that they declared shutdown, March 23rd, my daughter's birthday, 15th birthday, I I mailed it out. I went to the post office and I mailed it out at 2:07, March 23rd, 2:07. Well, like a week or so later, I call. I'm like, hey, you know, I sent this phone back. Y'all are supposed to send me a phone. Y'all are supposed to send me a phone once y'all got that phone. And they're like, well, we're not showing that it's ever been received. And I'm like, okay. You know, I'm like, well, a week seems about right for you guys to receive it. They're like, well, COVID-19 situation.
Oh, my baby's calling again.
Yes, she is. I was like, with the COVID-19 situation, the mail's running a little slow, you know? So I was like, okay, that's understandable. I get it. So I waited like another week. I call again. They still haven't received it. All right. So I wait a little bit longer. Then I get my bill, and I'm being billed for it. And not only was we billed for Sean's insurance claim, which was like $160, and like another activation fee or whatever, but we're paying the installments on this device that I don't have. So I call back, and by this time, okay, so I mailed it off March 23rd. This is like mid-April. So this is like mid-April, okay? So mid-April comes around, and I see it on the bill. So I call them. I'm like, look, have y'all got the phone back? They're like, no. Yeah, that's Kennedy. She woke up. They're like, we haven't got the phone back. I'm like, okay, because y'all are charging me installments now for this device that I don't have. It's been like 3 weeks. I don't know what's going on. They're like, well, do you have a tracking number? I'm like, yes, I do. So we checked the tracking number. The phone, it literally, the last update it had was March 24th, an hour away from me. So it showed where it left the city I live in, March 23rd. It made it to a city an hour away from me, March 24th, and there's nothing else after that. So I'm like, what's the deal? I don't know where it went, you know? So, but thankfully I kept my receipt, so they had the tracking number. So they had the tracking number, and they said, we cannot send you another device until we get that one back, which I understood, because really, if like, they don't know. As far as they know, I mailed them an empty box. You know what I'm saying? So I can't blame them for that. Unfortunately, the world we live in today, you can't trust people to not do crappy stuff like that, to send an empty box, you know, and have a freaking confirmation number and say, nope, I sent it back to you, you know. So, anyways, this is April, March, April, yeah. So May rolls around. I call a couple more times. I'm charged on my May's bill again for it. So I'm like, this is the second installment you guys are charging me, and I still don't have the phone. And I spent 2 hours on the phone one night with a really cool AT&T guy. Really cool, really cool. He has a YouTube channel, and when I told him, I was like, I have a YouTube channel, you know, so I really need, good night, Matt. Good, I doze off, or I hope you're good. So I really need, you know, my phone for my YouTube channel. And he was like, oh, I have a YouTube channel too. So we let 2 hours, you know, and he looked in everything that he could look in to try to figure it out. And he couldn't figure it out. And I was like, he was like, we don't have the phone back. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, really? He's like, no, we don't. He's like, I'm really sorry. He's like, look, tomorrow, call the post office. He was like, you call the post office, and this is on them, you know? And I'm like, well, what? What's the matter, Matt? That's true, too, unbelievable. But, you know, that's true, unbelievable moments. But I feel like it's probably happened before, because people do stuff like that, you know? So I spent 2 hours on the phone with him one night. he's like, no, the phone, you got to call the post office tomorrow. Call them, tell them they have to find this phone. They should be able to track it, you know, and then as soon as we get it, tell them to send it to us. As soon as we get it, we'll overnight you a new device. I'm like, okay. So the next day I called them and they're like, well, we handed it off to FedEx. I'm like, wait, what? They're like, yeah, it went to Shreveport, then we handed it off to FedEx. I'm like, well, why is there no more like updates in the tracking with the tracking number, like linked to that tracking number? Like when FedEx got it, did they not scan that code or nothing, you know? And they're like, well, apparently not. You know, they should have. That way it could continue tracking the package. So when it made it to the destination, you would know that it made it there. But apparently not, or whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So the next day, I'm frustrated because I'm having to use Sean's phone. I'm having to use the kids' phones. And it's really so frustrating to use all these different devices. I have a few videos on Eli's phone, a few videos on Sean's phone, pictures on everybody else's phone. And it's just so frustrating. So the next day, I was like, no, you know, we're calling them and we're getting to the bottom of it. You make shrimp?
For me?
No, you didn't. So Sean calls, and he kind of is a little rough with him. He's like, yeah, babe, don't do it. Don't. You were, weren't you?
What?
You're going to be like,
No.
so Sean calls him and he's like, this is not our problem.
Look,
y'all mailed the wrong phone to begin with. So it's y'all's fault. And now we're here without a phone. So at first the lady was kind of rude. She's like, but how did she order the device? And I was like, on the internet. She's like, then it's impossible. Anytime you select a device, if you make your order online, they're going to send the right device. And I'm like, no. No, I know I selected a 250, 260, whatever, because I actually wanted to get a white phone, but the white phones didn't have, they were out of like the 256 gigabyte. So I had to select the purple one just to get the 256 gigabyte. I was like, no, I promise you. So she kind of tried to tell us like that we were in the wrong. That and Sean was like, even if she selected the 128, when it got here and she called and said, I'm sending it back because I want the 256, that's what it should have been.
Yeah,
like,
she put the label that they sent, the return. Why they put a return label in there? Because obviously sometimes some people have to send it back. She put the label that they sent on the box and put it in the mail. And we had the tracking number and the receipt for it.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter. So I told her, I was like, well, you know, we're either going to have to figure this out or I ain't paying y'all another dime. Y'all can come get all these phones because we got, like, between the kids and our phones, like, I don't know, man. We pay a pretty big price to, I mean, we pay AT&T a lot of money, and I've been with AT&T like 10 years. Ever since we've been together, right? Because you have Verizon.
Yeah, I had Verizon when we first got together because Flossie was on my plan through Verizon. So literally after what, an hour on the phone with this woman, she finds the phone. She finds the phone that I sent back, and it's been at AT&T since March 27th.
How many times you called about it?
Oh, I called like 7 times, probably. I mean, a good bit. It's been 2 months.
I saw where somebody was accusing you of lying about your phone.
Oh, yeah. Somebody on a stream, like, accused me of lying about my phone or something.
They're like, how is she streaming now if she doesn't have a phone?
Leslie says she don't have a phone. How is she streaming? We have 50 here at the house.
Like she's the only person in the world with a cell phone.
So, yeah, after an hour on the phone with this lady, she manages to find the phone. And it's been there since the 27th of March. I knew you were going to do that.
Here, you can have it for real.
Look, I thought this said AT&T. So, Now, they found the phone. They have to like make sure everything's okay with it. Refund us for the 2 installments they charged us for. Reverse this whole process for this one phone. She said that should take a few days. Then after that, I can get back online and reorder a new phone. Which I'm like, what if they send me? I'm scared that they're going to send me another 128.
I want to get a refund for the last 2 months.
That's what they're going to do. Shrimp.
They're going to, for the last 2 months payment for that phone?
Mm-hmm.
I ought to.
It's been crazy. Yeah.
You also caused COVID-19. Yeah, I know. When you eating, Sean? Shrimp.
But is there anything else that I wanted to talk to you guys about? I'm not sure.
We're eating shrimp, Claudine.
My fingers are now.
Buttery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we ain't paying them no attention.
I honestly don't. That's why I don't like mentioning anything that I see like that.
I still don't like Unirock though. Just saying.
Yeah, like if Sean sees something, he like always wants to say something. I'm like, no, that's not. Because I know, like, first off, I don't want to because drama. I don't want to. Like, I like just being able to get on my channel and like talk, about all of this stuff without a million haters coming to me and attacking,
God, it's so aggravating how stupid people can be though. It's so ridiculous. Like when they accuse her of lying about her phone, I'm like, really? And it's the same part. It's just Lisa S.
Oh God, you called her out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big old deal for me with that now.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Probably.
I'm just a sub, speaking my mind.
She comments on every video saying some stuff, so it doesn't matter really. I mean, what's she gonna do? Comment?
Did you put cherries or whatever on the shrimp? Yes. That's what we put on it.
Cherries.
It's not cherries though. He literally puts butter in a skillet, heats the butter up, puts the shrimp in there, lets them cook a little bit, like flips them over, cooks them for a few minutes, and then sprinkles like toxicity all over it. I'm really like Leslie and Sean. As far as people never really heard of them.
Cherries. Tony cherries. You are better than her. I would love to have some of that donuts, but I haven't had carbs in 2 days. We live. Our next door neighbor owns a donut shop.
A couple of them.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I didn't space that.
I'm always starving during the stream. Does it taste anything like Old Bay?
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
It's better than Old Bay, I think. It's definitely better than Old Bay.
Oh, you're welcome, Robbie. It tastes better than it sounds. Maybe Tony Cherry sounds better than Tony Satcheries. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm hungry.
Peach don't know what Old Bay is?
I saw you say that earlier. I listened to Leslie and a little 82-year-old woman who makes bird baths and some other craft. She's so sweet. Her name is Helen White from GA.
Look, my so for Mother's Day, I got my mama a hummingbird feeder because she already had one, and it was like in the back of her yard. And man, I have never seen hummingbirds like this. It is insane. And her neighbor has a hummingbird feeder that they won't go to, but my mama makes her own hummingbird.
She's always got little birds in her
Yeah,
backyard.
I know she does. Like my mama has birds, squirrels. She literally had a squirrel at one time that would come and she would feed the squirrel basically out of her hand. But so anyways, I got her another hummingbird feeder to hang like right by her window in the kitchen where she can, when she's like washing dishes and cooking, she can see it. And these hummingbirds are they're everywhere. There's like they'll fight over the hummingbird feeder.
That's pretty cool,
It's
though.
crazy. It is crazy. I think hummingbirds are one of the coolest animals to watch. I mean, it's amazing to me. And they sound like a duck. You know, when a duck's flapping its wings real hard, which you probably ain't never heard it. Like when you're duck hunting, you'll hear it and it kind of sounds like a little helicopter or something because they flap so fast. And like they'll buzz over your head and it literally sounds like a little helicopter just buzzed over your head.
Do we have them here?
What?
Hummingbirds?
I'm sure.
I don't really see them.
But they sound like a little duck. They're like...
Yeah. Oh, why was I thinking they sound like...
No, that's a bullet. That's not a helicopter. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Chicken salt. What's chicken salt?
Yeah, so my mama makes her own stuff, and I guess it's better than the other because the neighbor has one, and they don't even go to it. They will be back there fighting, like little fighter planes. That's what it reminded me of, like dog fight between the air, fighter jets. They're back there just like kind of, it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's all it is. She makes her, it's like sugar water. She does a certain amount of sugar, water, heats it up. But she doesn't put any red dye in it because I guess she thinks, or she was told that the red dye is not good for them, which I believe that because if you give our kids red dye,
especially Bobby
or Kennedy, they're like super sensitive to red dye. If they eat anything with red dye in it in the evening, you can hang it up. They're not going to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning. It don't matter what you do.
I hate this phone.
We have a bird hanging on our porch. Why do y'all have a bird hanging on your porch?
No, a bird hanger. Maybe a bird hanger?
What's a bird hanger?
I don't know.
I never heard. Bird nest.
Oh yeah, bird nest.
That's kind of weird. You hung a bird on your porch?
Bird nest. Okay. That. What is chicken salt?
I don't know.
It's like salt with flavoring like chicken. It's yellow. I don't know if that even sounds.
I do know what. If it's chicken flavored salt or whatever.
Does that sound?
They got all kind of different salt.
That kind of sounds like.
I got ranch salt, popcorn salt, or something.
Really? Popcorn salt? Oh yeah, I guess. Do they?
I think it's like, I don't remember what it is. They got all kind of different flavors for popcorn, like ranch flavored salt, buttered flavor, or something. I don't know.
But how do you pronounce that? I had to buy that one time because I was cooking something and it called for that in a recipe. But I don't know how to pronounce it.
Bouillon?
Well, I feel like it is a Cajun word, so I feel like it's going to be pronounced.
There's Kayla with that Mr. Leslie Bass.
Bouillon. Bouillon.
Oh.
Yeah, that it's so kind of like in a Cajun, right? Yeah? Bouillon. Robbie said bouillon. Bouillon. Bouillon, bouillon. Language barrier.
Bouillon.
Condensed chicken soup. Wait, I found the blocks though. I don't remember what I made, but the recipe called for that, and it was little blocks.
Yeah, basically stock, chicken stock.
Okay.
All right.
Bouillon. Oh, we forgot to do that fruit roll-up thing. We're going to do that fruit roll-up challenge, you know, where you undo the fruit roll-up.
Don't give them a time. We'll just do it.
I'm not going to give a time because it could be next year.
Because our life's hectic. She always says, like, puts out a time that she's going to stream at. And then she's like...
Nothing can come in between it.
She's like in panic mode trying to make that time. And it's like impossible for us to make a certain time.
Really, Emily? Send it. I want to taste it. I want to taste it.
So then like when she sets a time for a live stream.
Yeah.
And it's like the Exorcist comes out, or it's like that demon from the Exorcist comes out in her. It's bad.
People's gonna leave you.
No, she just gets all serious and stuff and starts barking orders.
No.
No.
I don't think so, because even today I was like, baby,
orders.
will you please go check this? Will you please go do that?
I mean, she just gets in like panic mode trying to make the time. She doesn't really get bad.
Okay, so today, the videos I've posted the past 2 days, I filmed them like 3 or 4 days ago. I stayed up really late one night and I filmed the Mackenzie video, the one about her cheating. I filmed just that one. Then I filmed like the Joe Exotic video. I filmed the Kale video. And then as I'm like reading stuff, I see the updated about Mackenzie, where now she's kind of like backtracking. So then I do another video where she, you know, talking about her backtracking and saying that maybe it wasn't cheating or whatever. So I made like 4 videos that night. So then, and I done it the next day.
She stayed up like late working on it.
Yeah.
So she put a lot of time into it.
So I had to get them uploaded. I'm like, I did not spend all night recording these videos. It was the first time I used like the white background with the picture on the back. I really wanted to like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get all the videos uploaded. One of them took me like all day to upload. Like all day. It was so frustrating, but I wasn't planning a stream that night. So it wasn't, you know, like I wasn't like crushed for time. So I started uploading the new Mackenzie video and I wanted it to go up before I done this stream. That way I could give you guys more of an update in this stream. I started uploading it like, I don't know, at like 5 or something. And it would not upload. And I'm like you know, like doing stuff around the house, like making the kids their food, taking them to the bathroom, brushing their teeth, helping them get ready for bed, trying to throw some makeup on, trying to straighten my hair because I went to bed. When I took a shower last night, I braided it. So when I woke up this morning and took the braids out, it was like crinkly. But I didn't want to wear it crinkly tonight. I wanted to wear it straight. So I straightened my hair, and as I was straightening my hair, I'm like working on the thumbnail and the description and the tags and everything, and I'm running back in my room to see if the video uploaded because it's sitting by the Wi-Fi box on Sean's phone uploading. So I was just like, oh my gosh. Like I started getting frustrated because it literally, the thing is though, I had it on Wi-Fi. And normally when I upload videos, I can't do it under Wi-Fi. I actually have to take it off and let it upload using the data. Because on Wi-Fi, it literally takes all day.
I don't know why, because I guess maybe because the kids are playing Xbox and PlayStation Live or something. I don't know.
What's on my t-shirt? Yes. This is Paris' shirt.
Yeah. Somebody said you've been working hard, girl. Look, I used to think, like, I can't believe people make so much money off of YouTube. But there's a lot of work that goes into it behind the scenes. I mean, a lot of work. It's time consuming.
And not only that, you have your Patreon, you have your merch that I haven't messed with merch in a minute. You have your membership stuff that you can turn on.
Yeah,
and we've been trying to figure that out.
They come up with this new stuff, and I worked on trying to figure it out, and I got it figured out, but we're not sure what to say. Like the membership, like they have different levels that you say, and there's supposed to be like perks to each level.
We can't come up with perks for it. We're like, what do we give them? Like, what? I don't know. If you guys want to be members, what do you want?
Nobody really buys
because the thing is if you're a member, you do it like month by month, I guess. So I don't know what would be
exclusive streams just for your members. You know, they have options, but it's hard to commit to anything right now because we're still in the process of getting her everything set up. Like we got to get her a desktop that's strictly for her YouTube.
I'm getting
channel.
Wi-Fi in my film room.
Yeah, so she'll have her own Wi-Fi and her own computer that the kids do not take over with games, and because they've ruined every computer we have basically with video games.
Yeah.
And so I mean that's what we're working on, and as soon as we get that and we start figuring out all the editing and the different levels, we're gonna work on doing the levels, and like I don't know, I feel like it would be a lot less time consuming if she can sit down in her office, because we got a little room that we made her office, and if she can sit down and have it all on one computer
and never have to move it around.
Yeah, and like the editing software that she needs and streaming software can all be on that computer, and it won't be slow. It won't be slow because there's 50 million video games on there. You
guys know how I done the stream. I think it was a Patreon stream actually, where we talked about Amber Portwood, and I gave you guys like my actual thoughts on like the machete incident. And I tried to play like the video and the audio from that night, her security camera stuff. I tried to play it for you guys, but I couldn't play it. Now I'll be able to play it behind me.
Yeah, but the only thing that sucks about the projector is she can't have it too bright in there.
Yeah.
So we really have to mess with the light. So there's light on her, but it's not lighting up. It doesn't light up the room too much. Like we're slowly figuring this thing out. I was in Walmart though the other day, and I saw the projector, and I was like, man. I started looking at them, so I called her, and I was like, hey, I bet we can shoot video behind you, like, which I ordered a mount for it, so it'll hang on the ceiling. I'm gonna have to set that up.
Yeah, the mount should be in sometime next week.
I'm hoping
the Wi-Fi should be installed next week. So
then all we gotta do is worry about the desktop, and that's gonna be, you know, whenever we get the money for it.
Yeah.
Might sell one of our kids. No.
No, it's okay, Candy. There haven't been any in here.
I sell one of my guns for it. That's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a joke. It's not gonna happen. I mean, I would. If I had a good gun, I would sell it. I don't have any though.
Yeah, so we got to come up with some ideas for membership, because I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't. We tried.
I don't like the members only Discords though.
I don't do Discords. I'm in no Discords. I will not be a part of a Discord, because when I had a Discord, it become Discord. Like it caused discord between like, you know what I'm saying? It become a Discord.
Yeah, all this. There's too much There's too much to keep up with just with YouTube.
It's so hard, you guys.
Especially like us. We haven't been involved with technology.
No.
I mean, nothing.
And then, yeah, and another thing too. yeah. And the thing is with a Discord is you have all these people in there talking, and some people miss a lot of what's said. And then if outside people find out who's in the Discord, people's running their mouth and, oh, this person's in that person's Discord. And then people's mad because people think you shouldn't be in a Discord. I'm not in a Discord. I will not be in another Discord. I've only been in one Discord. That was mine. And a Discord is basically like, it's just a chat. It's just a chat where you invite people. When you make it, you invite people to be in it. And you can branch off and have all these separate rooms just about certain topics.
Yeah, that's too crazy.
Like in my Discord, it's like randomness, reality tea, like Leslie Bass introduced yourself. Like it was like 5 different things, and it confused me. So I like rarely went in there.
See, I think
in my own Discord, I really went in.
I think a lot of people who do all that stuff though, they don't do anything but sit on the computer all the time. You know?
You may be talking about a lot of my subs right now.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm saying like they probably work on a computer. They know how to operate it real good, so they can set up things like a lot of the YouTubers that they have the Discord and they have like all kind of different programs, and they know how to edit. They're able to sit there. Yeah, they're able to sit there and
it's very time consuming for me.
They're able to sit there, and they've probably been doing this for years and they sit on a computer a lot. We literally have like 3 or 4 laptops that we bought, and we had high hopes for them, and then they got slow, and we just gave up on them and put them on a shelf somewhere, and they've been there for years. And like as soon as they get slow, we just don't even mess with it. And all me and her have really messed with it until she started this YouTube is our phones. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could do whatever you need on a phone. So we haven't had a use for a computer or technology or editing videos or anything.
Mm-mm.
We take pictures of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it,
Yeah. So I'm like,
that probably sounds crazy to a lot of people. I don't know.
I don't want a Discord. I do have my Facebook, the Leslie Bass Facebook, like fan page or whatever. But anybody can be in that, anybody at all. I don't want to make it like a members only type thing, because now we're trying to change it over to anybody that wants to message me to go to that page and message me there, because my personal Facebook, where I get a lot of the messages, has tons of messages that I almost have given up on responding, because it's so hard. It's just so hard to respond. And literally, like on a day that something happens in the background of YouTube, if craziness pops off and somebody calls me to talk about what's going on, or to say, did you hear that this happened? I mean, that can be like an hour phone call, and that 1 hour phone call takes away from so much of my life, because I don't sit, if I want to watch the TV of the shows that I report on, I have to do it at night when the kids go to sleep. So if I'm like on the phone for an hour, it like, first off, he basically has to watch the kids at that point.
And then I gotta try to keep them quiet.
But because our kids are not quiet. Our kids are not quiet.
So then I'm like walking around like,
shh, be quiet, because your mama's on the phone. Because my kids are like sitting at there, like listening to loud music. They're talking and loud, and sometimes our kids just yell, just to yell.
Yeah, they might start fighting. I mean, who knows?
They may start fighting, yeah. So
we got a bunch of boys.
I'm like running to the bathroom to talk on the phone, like to see about the craziness going on in the YouTube community. And I'm literally like having to be in the bathroom or outside just to like have this phone conversation, and like Sean's like dealing with the kids, and it kind of pushes back whatever I got to do. So,
which I don't mind dealing with the kids at all. It's just tough. It's a lot tougher
because they want me
when
if I'm
somebody's
on the phone too.
on the phone and you have to try to keep them quiet and you have to try to keep, kids away from. I have to try to keep the kids away from her so she can talk on the phone. And
Kelly, you've heard my kids scream before.
these are kids that have been around their mama every day. And before she started YouTube, that was her entire life. So all our kids are very what word before it? They just run to their mama for everything.
If they fight, if they get hurt,
Kenny comes to me. Kenny will run right by her mama. she ain't even gonna pay her mama any mind when I'm home.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Like, I have Maz that they see the message and they let me know. Now, the phone that I have now, it does not notify me of nothing. No phone call, no text message, nothing. It doesn't notify me. I have to physically go in and check. You know what I'm saying? So, but they'll notify me. They'll put in the my chat like, hey, so-and-so messaged you. Do you want to hop back on and say this? Can you? Or do you want me to pass along a message? And I can usually audio and say, hey, yes, say this, or I'll run over and do it in just a second. So it kind of helps me like weed through a lot of stuff that's going on because it gets to be a lot. You know what I'm saying?
We've really been trying to like kind of push the issue with like telling them that like she's working. This is her work. Because kids don't understand working from home. It's just home. I mean, yeah, you're right. Working from home with a bunch of kids.
They don't get it.
It's difficult. Yeah, they don't understand. And really, they probably don't care.
Maybe not.
You tell them and you're like, hey, she's working. That don't mean nothing to them. That's their mama. So, but look, today Kennedy got real tired, and like when she gets tired, she'll do this thing where she like gets down on the floor and like kind of drags her face on the carpet.
It's really weird.
Yeah, and like just kind of crawls, like dragging her face on the carpet to you, and so she started doing that all the way out of the bedroom and went right by her mama, all the way to me on the other side of the house. And I just thought it was funny. So I would pick her up and take her and put her in bed and tuck her in. It was pretty funny. She's just a daddy's girl, though.
She is. And I don't mind sharing, though, because I know she loves me.
Yeah, she does. She definitely does. She's just, I don't know. She's just a daddy. She loves her mom. She has moments where she wants her mama. Hurts my feelings. Because I'll try, she'll go to you instead of me.
I know. If she does, like, come to me rather than Sean, he's like, I am her mama.
But when she wakes up at night, in the middle of the night, she'll say, Daddy.
Mm-hmm. Like,
it's so
in her
sad
sleep.
Sounding.
In her
as soon as she wakes up.
If she has a nightmare, like, she's had a couple nightmares in her little life, or, like, bad dreams, we can tell. Because she'll start, like, crying in her sleep, like this scared cry. Like, you can just tell that she's, like, having a bad dream.
The way
and she'll call for her dad.
She'll be like, Daddy. In the middle of the night.
Today he was like getting on to Kennedy, and she like turned around, like stomped off like down the hallway, and he like turns his head looking at her, and I can like see on his face. I'm like, your feelings are hurt, aren't they? Your feelings are hurt that you just like got on to her, and now she's walking away. You're like hurt, aren't you? He's like, no. And then he's like, what's he do? He like takes off after her. I'm like, yeah, they were. I haven't had it in a while, but sleep paralysis, which is super scary.
Yeah, somebody said that their husband had that before, but I've had it a bunch of times too. And I know not everybody believes in that, like spiritual stuff or whatever most people do. But I definitely do, and I definitely feel like that's what it was. Because it really hasn't happened
since we've been in this house.
Yeah, and since we kind of started living a little bit better,
mm-hmm.
Changing, living more Christian lives. But I mean, that's some scary stuff. That sleep paralysis. I used to have it, and she used to have it bad, like all the time. And she would only be able to kick me at night. And I knew whenever she was like just barely kicking me to wake her up, to grab her
even
and like shake
managed
her.
to where at the end I could make myself say, "Wake me up." At first, I finally got to where I could like move my foot to like nudge him, and he knew. Like when I start nudging him, wake me up. And then I finally, it's so hard after dealing with it for years. I finally made it to where I can say, "Wake me up, wake me up." And it's weird because like your eyes are closed, but it's like they're open. You can see what's going on around you.
Yeah.
Like it's so.
And there's a lot of people that have a lot of different explanations for it, but there's nothing nothing in this world that will ever convince me that it isn't something evil.
I think the doctors
there.
just come up with a medical term for it
Yeah.
because they probably had no idea
Because I'm telling you,
what it is.
I've had it bad to where I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that, something was messing with me, I had it so bad one night in a hotel by myself, and I literally went and got my gun and went to sleep with my gun in the hotel in the bed because it was so bad.
I remember the first time I had it, I just immediately started praying. And like almost like within seconds of me praying, like I snapped out of it and I woke up. And for the longest, like that worked. If it happened, I just immediately start praying. And like when you say like Jesus, like if you say Jesus, like it immediately.
I swear, I put it on everything that is the one thing that ends it every time. I swear. I don't know how. I mean, y'all can take. I don't know. Not
I've seen
everybody's
demons
Christians.
before. I've heard literally.
Yeah.
I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I mean, it's not the fact of what I've seen, because you could write it off as like a bad dream or whatever. It's the feeling that you get. It's what I've seen, and it's the fact that it'll keep coming back, like messing with you, getting joy out of like messing with you, like stealing your, like making you feel fear. I feel like it's whatever it is, and I don't want to get too involved in it, but I don't want to talk about it too much. But whatever it is, I feel like it enjoys feeling that fear that you get,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll get mad. Like it makes me mad when it
I ain't scared of you, you MFR.
I used to cuss. I used to cuss at it and stuff, but it didn't ever make it any better. So I eventually started praying, and that's what pretty much made it stop. And it didn't. It kept on happening for a little while, but then eventually it stopped, and it hasn't happened in a long time. Cussing. I'm sorry.
Like I remember, I've had it so. It used to be so common for me that I used to be scared to go to sleep at night. It was almost like you're in the Freddy Krueger movie and you're scared to go to sleep because Freddy's going to come get you and you may die. Like that's literally, it used to happen to me like almost every night. I was terrified. It don't happen anymore, thank God. Since we've been in this house, it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
But I remember one night it happening, and it literally was like a demon, like a black shadow, little black shadow was like right here, and it was talking. But it was talking so fast and in a different language, I didn't know what it was saying.
We've had it in the same night. Like that's another thing. Like we both have had it, and it's one house we lived in, which I'm not going to blame it on the house, even though I do feel like that house has something evil, some kind of evil energy or something. I feel like at the time we were in a bad place.
Yeah.
And so it happened. It would happen to both of us. And
I gotta go TT.
But okay, go TT.
Hold it down.
I've been talking to kids too much. I gotta go TT. But either way, I mean, there's nothing that won't ever convince me it's not something real, and that it doesn't enjoy the fear and that it like feeds off the fear that you feel, or like cussing it and getting mad at it or feeling scared. I mean, I've had it happen multiple times in one night. Every time I went to sleep, and it was like it was laughing at me. And I've seen um, more than one thing, being or entity or whatever you want to call it, um, more than one in the room, and they're not all the same. But yeah, I mean, the one thing that stopped it from happening was praying. Um, and I mean, like I said, it hasn't happened in a long time, but CBD oils. No, I haven't looked in CBD oil. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Kelly. It's definitely something demonic. I mean, I've had like full blown conversations with it, but I'm there and I can't move. I can't do anything. But I'm like, I know that it understands what I'm thinking, because I'm awake. Yeah, vitamin D gives me the worst nightmares. I mean, I'll have nightmares, and nightmares are not. It's not. It's not the same thing. I have nightmares sometimes. I don't dream a lot anymore. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people aren't religious, and that's fine. I respect everybody's right to believe whatever they want, but I haven't been. I've lived kind of the way I wanted to for a long time, but throughout my life, things that have happened, certain things that have happened, and the way our life has gone, and always kind of having faith in Jesus. It's just been too many things has that have happened in my life that have just convinced me that there is, that it's real, and it's that it's something I firmly believe in, and I can't deny it. Even if I wanted to. Yeah, a lot of like the New Age beliefs. This comment says someone I talked to said we needed to do cleanses and stuff for my daughter that demons get attached and feed off fear, especially with young kids. My husband says it's BS, but I don't know. Like a lot of the New Age beliefs is go tie into like negative energy and like fear and all that. But I just believe. I mean, I just think it's demonic. I feel like demons are all around us and they're gonna feed on. They're here, and they're gonna feed on whatever they can, whatever, however they can, oppress somebody. I feel like that's what they're gonna do. One thing Leslie's always tried to do is not make this channel too much about religion, but you know, being the fact that we are Christians, you know, it's a big part of our life. So we're Christians, but I'm also American, and I believe everybody has the right to worship whatever and however they want to, or if they don't want to at all, you know. YouTube is the most, YouTube and Twitter and all that, that's one of the most negative thing. I mean, it's unreal how many negative people are on YouTube. And it's easy to let it, like, come into your life and affect your life. But, man, it's unreal. She left me hanging. I was about to go to bed. Yeah, I don't know about like sage and all that. I think a lot of people I've heard about it, but I don't know about using all that kind of stuff. She's coming back. I'm about to go to bed.
Sorry, guys.
Oh man, you left me hanging for a long time.
I'm sorry. Sorry, guys.
All right.
Are you going to bed, babe?
Yep.
Okay. What are we talking about now? I'm not going to.
I don't know. I wasn't really talking about nothing. You left me hanging.
I just threw water on my face from washing my hands. So, anyways, you guys.
Yeah, somebody made a comment about that.
What, about washing my hands?
You had to go TT, somebody like, wash your hands.
That will always, forever be
P-gate.
a thing. Yeah, like, wash your hands. Wash your hands. Do. Wash your hands. Do.
That's
Do.
right.
Oh, I'm going to get a copyright strike. Kelly said that. Yeah, I'm going to get off too. I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna try to go back and edit this. I don't really know how to go back and edit live streams, but I want to cut this one down to where it's only talking about the Mackenzie situation.
You can edit lives?
You can some way. I'm just not sure. Can you help me with that? Shine's more like, Shine knows a little bit more about computer stuff than I do. So he can help me, because when it's uploading on here in my YouTube studio, I know there's a way I can go and like cut certain pieces out of it. You gotta watch who you allow. Oh, you guys, I've learned that so much. You gotta watch who you allow in your life, because people will see your joy. You guys wouldn't even have any idea. When I started my channel, I thought everybody was good people. I really did.
Try to tell her.
And I swear it seems like every day I learned something about somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang, I talk too much.
What'd you call me? When I tried to tell you?
What did I call you?
When you said I was, I don't remember what it was.
I called him something.
Yeah, she told me.
Cynical.
Yes, it's something like that. Like, I was just cynical about people. I tried to tell her, like, you can't. Man,
Kelly, you're pretty consistent.
People.
I feel like you have my back, Kelly. Don't screw me over, please. Literally, I swear it happens to me all the time. And sometimes I sit back and I'm like, how? Why? Like, why am I always the one that's like the bad guy? But here's the thing. When you are nice to everyone and you're kind of like a pushover to people, this is the way I was my whole life. I remember when like after my arrest, after I was arrested, my town quit posting people's arrest reports on Facebook right afterwards. And then somebody made the comment that maybe after my arrest, that maybe I went up to the police station and in the courthouse, and because I'm this YouTube star, I went up there and threw a fit and demanded that they stop posting people's arrest reports on social media. And I'm like, what? And then one time, I heard somebody say that I probably throw a fit and like boss everybody in my family around to make them like say certain things about me or something. And I'm like, that is actually, first off, I'm not a big YouTube star where I live. Like,
no, we come from a town, and like people in charge here, they don't know nothing about YouTube.
No, I literally finally had. Yeah, but they don't know anything about YouTube. I literally, for the first time the other day, had one of my high school friends like say something like, dang, Net, you're like famous on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, girl. But no, Flossie's not a pushover. But in my family, somebody literally made the comment too, was like that I probably go to my family and boss them around and tell them that they have to do things my way and they have to say this about me and act like I'm a good person and that I'll throw a fit with them. And I'm like, that is so the exact opposite of who I am.
It makes no sense anyways.
That's what somebody said. that I was like that I like forced my family to act like I'm like a good, I don't know.
Really, honestly, I feel like the fact that you don't say anything to a lot of people gets you in more trouble than...
That is what it is. All my life, I have been a pushover. I have been a yes person to everyone. Like, always. I talk to anybody that, you know, talk to anybody and everybody. I've been a yes person. So then what I've realized is when I finally start standing up to myself, to the people that normally knows me as a pushover, they get mad. And then it's an issue. And there's like two people in particular in the past, like in like the past, probably like the past year or so. Like one person called me about something, and
Three people.
But these are like two important people in my life, like that.
It's like 3 people in your life.
One person like contacted me, and I've always been a yes person to this person, and they were trying to tell me something that didn't make no sense, you know, and they wanted me to agree with them, and to agree with them would be painting someone else out as a bad person, and I wasn't going to do that. Now, back in the day, I probably would have just been like, all right, yeah, okay, just to not upset this person because I love this person. I don't want to upset this person. So normally that's what I used to do is I'd be like, when this person would call me and be talking about this other person and saying all these things about this other person, I'd be like, yeah, I guess, yeah, you know. But finally, I was like, no, I don't think that. Like, nothing that you're telling me makes me think that. Like, and what, like, the evidence that you say you have to prove this about this person, it's not sufficient for me. So I'm not going to call this person a bad person because of this. And that person literally was like, well, you're a dumbass, and hung up on me. And I'm like, you know, and then like a little while later, like another person, like, you know, was like wanting me to do things their way. And normally I'm like, okay, yes. And when I said, you know, well, no, I don't agree with that, you know, and this is why I don't agree with that. It was like, well, you don't agree with it because you're stupid. And I was like, so I've realized all these years of just being like a pushover kind of.
Just saying what they wanted you to say. And
just saying what it's really gotten me to have a lot of problems with people now because they're used to me being a yes person and agreeing with everything. So now that I don't, and I'm putting my foot down and I'm speaking up, people's getting mad at me for it. And I mean, sometimes I literally sit back and I'm like, am I the issue? What is it? Like, why am I having issues with a few people? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it me? And then I have to remind myself, like, I'm just being true to who I am, and I'm being honest now. I'm not going to sugarcoat things for people. I'm not going to say I believe something if I don't believe it. I'm not going to say yes to something that I should say no about. Nobody else should have to do it. Why should I? Nobody else has done it for me, so why should I? So, you know.
And then, I don't think sugarcoating anything really gets you anywhere and does anybody good anyway. Ain't good anyway.
Thank you, Willow.
I mean, I seriously think that a lot of times people need to hear the truth, regardless of whether they like it. Especially if you love somebody and you care about somebody. You know, I kind of look at it like, if you love somebody and you care about somebody, why wouldn't you tell them the truth? Regardless of whether it's going to hurt their feelings or not. You know, they would benefit from it. Then, you know, sometimes people need that.
Yeah, so sometimes I get a little down with it because, and honestly, it makes me not want to start new relationships with people because I just don't want to be like
cynical.
Not that, no.
You don't want to be cynical towards everybody.
Thank you, Kelly. And I hope you're doing good.
Are you going to edit that live stream
tonight? I am going to edit. Well, probably not edit it tonight. I probably won't edit it tonight. I'll probably edit it tomorrow. You want to bed?
I love you.
I love you too. But anyways, She's doing okay the last time I talked to her. Around Mother's Day was the last time I talked to her. Mom used to tell me everybody is not your friend. That's so true. Sean tells me that every day. Sean tells me every day. And it's like, one day the light's going to go off, you know. I think it is now. Because now I literally have to limit my circle. Because you guys got, you know, and some people get upset, you know. They're like, why don't you trust me? You know, like, and I'm like, in this internet world, so many times I've trusted people and it's come back to bite me in the butt. So it's not that I don't trust people to an extent, but there's always that piece of me in the back of my mind that's like, what if? Will they? Yeah, and then like sometimes when I trust people and like I've had people that I've trusted lie on me, like spread gossip on me, twist stuff on me, you know, and so that's why
they make things look like they've manipulated situations or things that you have told them, and like between you and them, they've manipulated those things to make it look like something else, even though they knew that's not what it was. And that's what's aggravating more, you know. What was everybody saying?
Somebody said, is Sean talking to us? Screaming from the other room?
No, my bad.
No. See, Chelsea, I've always been the exact same way, Leslie, but as I've gotten older, I've learned to speak up for myself, but my lifelong friends, they couldn't handle it. That's what sucks, is like some of my people can't handle it. And literally, it, honestly, one conversation literally went like, swear to God, was the exact words, was, well, I don't really agree with you, and it's okay to disagree. And the next person out of the other person's mouth was, well, you don't agree with me because you're stupid. And I was like, did you really just say that? Like, you really just call me stupid because I didn't agree with you? And I literally even said, it's okay to disagree, you know? And they was like, because you're stupid. And I was like, but that was the first time I've ever disagreed with that person, ever.
There's a lot of people that'll be your friend, though, just because you won't never say nothing to them. You know, because you never tell them the truth, and you never really stand your ground. So they're going to be your friend because they can run all over you. You know, they can treat you however they want.
Yeah.
And they think you're an amazing friend. You know, and they're like, oh, this is my best friend. And that's because you never speak your mind or say anything to them.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. And I'm going to have to say something about the Mackenzie situation on the end of the live. So to all of you guys, on the way out, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And I'll be doing like a Patreon stream in the next few days. Like, what's today? Sunday? So maybe like Tuesday night, maybe we'll do a Patreon stream. But and do you guys like the background when I had like the white background with like the stuff on the back? I can now play videos back there as well. I thought about doing like somehow trying to figure out how to do like Instagram lives where we watch like Teen Mom together and I play it behind me like that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try to figure it out. We just got like all the new equipment. Some of the new equipment that we got, we just got it. So I'm trying to figure it all out. Thank you guys. But you guys that are not in the live chat, that is watching this on replay, be sure to leave your thoughts about the Mackenzie and Josh McKee situation down below. Do you guys think that she is going to take him back? Do you think she's going to be able to... He's cheating. Sean is doing the fruit roll-up thing. We will have a fruit roll-up challenge coming soon. I'm also going to try to do the challenge where I put Kennedy in front of a bowl of Skittles and tell her not to touch it until I get back from using the potty. And see if she can be very, very patient and wait till I get back before she eats a Skittle. So that'll be coming up on probably the Bash Chat channel soon. So you guys make sure, if you're not subscribed to the Bash Chat channel, you guys subscribe to that channel as well. But yeah, leave your thoughts about the Mackenzie and the Josh situation down below. Do you guys think they were just talking about haircuts and anxiety meds, and he was talking to the cousin about his situation with Mackenzie, or do you guys think something more salacious was going on? Leave your thoughts about it in the comment section below. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.